Hello and welcome to the Wood Division podcast, episode probably 16, 17, something along those lines. Today we are joined by munching Declan, aka Skin Spotlight.
Sorry.
Also Mr. Lore Master Technic, quote unquote, Nicrit.
How?
Oh my god, everybody's fucking eating. What the fuck?
No way. No, he's trolling.
And then,
I'm eating Christmas cookies.
oh my god.
It's not even Christmas. He lies.
And then Seraphine's, the head of Seraphine's fan club,
Oh yeah.
Nikki. Hey.
It's me.
You actually reminded me
that?
of a video that I want to make.
Oh.
I literally want to make a video called Legends of Runeterra Saved Seraphine.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
Because they actually did that.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
They've done that for a lot of champions now.
I love the interactions of her dad with like other champions.
Mm-hmm.
Those are amazing.
It's like, oh, your daughter.
No, he's just embarrassing her. You know, just full dad jokes.
Ah, that's
love
a
that.
good dad.
It is pretty good.
Yeah, so, today we're also celebrating, technically 1 year of the podcast. Yay. Good job, guys. We actually did something for an entire year.
I just say that like you were Kermit. So something. What do you get the podcast today? Yay!
That's actually pretty fucking cool. It's probably like the longest project I've been part of. You know, like doing consistent podcasts like almost every 2 weekends or so. That's
Almost,
like,
if I don't forget, or you know.
no, I mean, some like recently it was more of a, we were waiting for like some people to show up and like we didn't have news from other people and then
nothing
also
was happening.
yeah, exactly, because like there's so little news, but like same time there's still little stuff going on, and then it's like we're also working, and it's like, is everybody there? Is everybody available right now? Is the World Cup on? So we have to push the podcast an hour because my home country playing. But yeah, no,
it's really awkward
it's-
because
yeah.
like some news stuff comes out like the day after we record one of the podcasts, and it's just like, is this
It's so
too
annoying.
stale to talk about in 2 weeks? Or
Yeah, that's just Rift news for me.
Yeah. Yeah,
Wait,
no,
when
that's
was the last time
that's
you did
pretty
Rift
good.
news? Thinking about it.
That was a while ago. I'm probably gonna do one soon, but
Your
yeah.
channel is on live support, bro.
I absolutely like I have nothing. I have to delve into like, you know, what used to be a filler. That's like, you know, those videos are carrying me right now. It's like weird topics that people don't expect.
People
Making
love
up
talking
League of
about
Legends
censorship.
content on random bullshit. I don't know
Right.
what that could be like.
Yeah,
Censorship in Legends of Runeterra.
yeah. Or like having.
I was literally scripting it the day you published that video.
Wait, really?
Yeah. I was just,
Oh my God.
Fucking damn it! Beat me to it. So
That one was obvious. Like I've seen so many people actually. I wasn't even the first to do that. There were so many people doing that because ever since, you know, Draven was the first one where people are like, huh, this is pretty funny. And then Vayne came out, and I was like, all right, there's enough material for a video now. And a lot of people did that.
Yeah, Legends of Runeterra is just the gift that keeps on giving.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
And
but I
Riot
mean,
want to kill it so badly.
congrats
Really
TV
wa-
Skyen on being immortalized in
Oh,
Legend
yeah.
of Runeterra as
Yeah,
well.
it-
Fucking cool.
I realized like 2 days ago
As a Kale follower.
that if he is supposed to be the, you know, the bearded guy,
Divine Cleric.
Oh.
yeah, that design is totally stolen from my Ruination video, where he was playing the judge.
Oh,
Didn't he
That's,
draw
that's
that?
totally the design.
copyright strike on Riot Games. Oh.
I mean, to be fair, it was actually TV Skyen who drew that, so.
That's what I said.
Oh, I didn't. Hear you.
Yeah, he's old now. He's also getting like deaf.
What did you say?
He's senile now. Don't mind him.
He can only hear the voices of the LP peers.
Oh. Oh.
No.
Don't worry, we will get more information on what Riot's got cooking in the first half of 2022.
See, we've been here for a
Yeah,
we've
we
been
will.
here for a year and nothing changed.
It's just pissing me off now.
Yeah. I mean, in retrospective, I guess the only thing that changed is that they updated the website because it was written like, oh yeah, we'll let you know in 2021, and they finally updated that back in like March.
Speaking of which, there's another thing. They gave us update on Nexus Blitz.
I was at the party when they dropped the article, and I sent the tweet to Raw and being like, better late than never, but like posting that early December when you knew about the whole thing since like at least August when Reyna left Riot. That's a bit low.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I remember correctly,
like
they
the
said
idea.
that it was because they had like a full article and wanted to explain stuff
Yeah.
in depth, and then did they cancel the article or something? Or...
Yeah, pretty much. They pushed it back over and
Is it
over
my
again.
fault?
And then no, I
mean,
don't
that
think
whole
so.
article kind of just proves
No,
the
that's-
state of League, doesn't it? That like they somehow did something completely differently, and that broke Nexus Blitz.
It was like a UI thing. I think they mentioned.
Yeah. They said it was because of a UI update, which
I think
I'm not saying
it had
much
to do. I think it had to do with the Star Guardian UI, which they probably tried to do for Ultimate Spellbook, and then it probably didn't work, and so they reused, Ruination thingy.
It's probably more they updated the UI sprite atlases and stuff like that, and just didn't update
The mapping on the
the references.
Yeah.
For Nexus Blitz. I feel like there was something deeper going on, like some UI code and the actual executable was added. Because like that's the only thing that makes sense in my head for why they would be struggling so much, is if the League of Legends executable itself got altered in a way where it broke stuff.
That's why I think
But
it was
I'm-
like something to do with game modes, because otherwise, why would you fiddle with that specifically?
Mm-hmm.
Unless it was work on the minimap.
UI,
It could be,
you know.
it could be the minimap. No, I think it's the minimap for the junglers for the new feature. Because that's like an
Maybe.
extra
they changed-
feature overlay over the jungle.
they changed the jungle. Like they had jungle plans, so maybe that plus Nexus Blitz was technically like a no-no. It would have been kind of messy to do
It
that.
might have actually just screwed the minimap entirely, because that's I think that's like the only piece of UI that they actually changed in a major way. It's the updating path for the jungle.
Oh well. I
In the
guess
end-
Nexus Blitz is just dead.
Yeah.
They'll update it hopefully, and hopefully we will just see it next year.
That's gonna
as
be a
the
great
team
use for the
leads
budget.
settle into their new roles
Yeah.
and get used to it. Hopefully.
We've been saying hopefully for like the past couple of years now.
Yeah, well, I honestly, it's one of these things where I am just massively disappointed in Riot in general, even though they've done a lot of cool things like new TFT set and things like that. It's like the Winter Blessed event.
That's
Yeah.
not an event.
First bought the pass the very second it came out, claimed their first free reward, and they got 1 Winter Blessed orb instead of 4. And now they gotta wait to get the extra 3. And the last event apparently had the same issue. We just had 2 events in a row that had
Same
the
bug?
exact same bug, and they did not learn. Like,
Well, they didn't know how to
Yeah.
fix
it
it.
just feels like, some people just aren't even doing their jobs right. Just don't care. I don't know. It's just so disappointing when like
That's the thing.
some people
so
are doing good.
I sent in a support ticket about. I think I tweeted about this. A lot of people got really mad at me for it. Actually, it was the Sejuani Eternals, and
yeah.
I didn't want to have the Sejuani Eternals on my account because I don't like Eternals, and I don't want to have only one champion on my account have Eternals. I was like, hey, could you guys just remove it from my account? I don't even need it to be craftable. I don't need it to be anything. I just don't want it. You just get rid of it. And I got a reply basically saying, no, that's not possible. It's impossible. We can't do that.
Yeah, they don't have the tools for it.
And then a bunch of people in my reply said that they asked the same thing and they worked fine.
Oh,
It's just
what?
because you're
What?
Nicky
Yeah,
boy, so fuck you.
So I get either,
Huh.
yeah, I don't know what happened. I think just the person who had the support ticket for me was just fucking lazy. Like, I don't know.
There has to be a way to do something about it, because back when there were like other bugs where people like got like they claimed rewards for free when they were not supposed to, and that was taken away from the account.
Sometimes they do that, not often. No,
But that
normally
still
when they screw up like that,
means-
they normally hands up go, our bad, you gotta keep the rewards.
Oh yeah, I remember.
The only
Yeah, I
time-
remember.
The only time they took it back was when it was prestige tokens that people got for free.
Yeah, I remember capsules for 1 blue essence.
Yeah.
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 And they were like, well,
they
that happened.
yeah. Great if you did it, but if they didn't, it's I don't know. It's like when it's the same bug, like you should learn. You should learn.
Oh yeah, we should all just look up to TFT again. As I mentioned in the video, this TFT is doing some amazing things.
I'm not overly fond of the hero augments so far.
Really? It's just an
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not- I
Feels
think
like an
it's-
augment, just like a normal augment. It's because what I learned is that a lot of the augments are like a passive aura. It's like, if you feel this champion, your team gets attack speed.
Yeah,
And if
it's
you-
more so that like you get handicapped by it. And I had
Yeah,
a
a
game
bit.
today I showed Chibiin that I was trying the Ashe Supers build, like the 3-star reroll. So for perspective, I had full armor or full itemed Renekton and Ashe, both 3-starred, 3-star Gangplank and Lee Sin with Malphite and 2-star Yasuo, and my augment I hit Vi. I didn't get anything good for supers. My opponent was doing the exact same comp as me, did not have full item Renekton, only had 2-star, 2-star Lee Sin, 2-star Ashe, 2-star Gangplank, only had 2-star Malphite and Yasuo, but he had a Yasuo augment. So he beat me. Even though I had more 3-stars and more units and even better items, he got augment for the comp because he just got it. He hit the augment.
Yeah.
Good RNG.
And I didn't.
Yeah, I gotta just wanna say, that's TFT.
It just feels bad though. It's more so that like if you're going a comp that's already designated, like I'm going supers and it's like, oh well, I didn't get anything for my supers. I have just a random Vi. I guess I'll have to try and fit that
Yeah.
in somewhere else. I'm down a hero augment. It just feels really bad.
But usually the hero augments are not that powerful. That's the thing. That's kind of what I learned. Is that
Yeah.
usually it's either an aura or it's rarely like a massive damage output. It's
Yeah.
usually something small. I don't know what the Lee Sin augment is actually.
Well, for this case, the augments were mine. The Vi augment was just if I had 2 bruisers from last set, it was just 250 health for every person on my team. And the Yasuo one was like increased 30% attack speed for everybody. He's going a comp very dependent on attack speed. So not only did he get an augment for a unit that's already a part of his comp, but it's very beneficial. Mine's just
Yeah.
kind of existing there. I went most of the match without even using Vi. It just feels bad.
Yeah, I've been there. It also happened to me. Where I just got an augment for a champion. I was like, well, this one doesn't fit. I think it was actually Annie. I think if Annie has an augment that if someone falls below 50% health, they get like 20 ability power. And I was like, well, I have one carry in the back that's never gonna go below 50% unless I'm gonna lose. And then tanks in the front who don't care about ability power. So I just didn't, put her in.
Yep. It's like, well, guess I
Yeah.
just not use
Dead
this, I
augment.
guess. Guess
then
I'm
again,
down an
that's-
augment.
That's something that can be easily fixed in mid set. But before we
see
get
you
there.
in 90 days.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We're like 4 days into the news. It's like, well, don't worry, it'll be fixed in mid set probably. It's fine.
But yeah, it's freaking. Was there something? Oh yeah, there was. What the heck is happening with the bunny thingy? On
Oh,
Bunny
the bunny.
the
game
little
was-
legend, the bunny.
Oh,
I just saw a little
what
legend,
was it?
and then I know there's gonna be a new game mode. I don't know if anything actually appeared in the client on PBE yet.
Just references. So it's called Luna's Favor, and there was some unique items to it. but that was all that you could really data mine. It's not enabled yet, surprisingly. I don't know why it's not.
I mean, it's Mordog. If he's gonna do the same thing as Odyssey, you know, it's gonna go without PBE. That would be awesome. But then again, TFT is way buggier with these things than anything you can do in League.
Let's see. So there's a champion duplicator 2 item, which they added. And I got no idea about anything else now.
But yeah, but there's a new little legend, isn't there? There's a little
Yeah,
bunny.
little bunny, and there's also House of the Golden Rabbit arena skin.
Oh, that's gotta be a gacha.
I know Nikki's gonna mold about Baron.
Oh, the fucking Baron! I'm so pissed
Oh
off.
yeah, that's a pricey one.
Why? What is the
that confused the hell
justification
out
for
of me
being
as
that
well.
pricey?
Like I understand
'cause
that
it's
it's
a
legendary
3-star.
only. Yeah, I
'cause
understand that it's
it's
legendary
a
only,
3-star.
but still, it's.
But like, even
mean-
the Chibi champions don't cost that much.
Oh,
And they come
really?
with a boom.
Oh, okay. I did not realize it actually.
Yeah, like why
I
is
thought it was the same
I-
price.
No, Chibi Champions is 1,900 RP. Baron is 2,500, and that's you only get one variation. It's 2,500 per variation.
But it's because TFT
Yeah,
is
it's
so
very
much
expensive.
free to play that they can afford to do that.
I also found what the game mode does. On stage 1, 3, and after every shared draft, the Golden Rabbit will give you gifts. The first time you drop to 50 health, the Golden Rabbit will give you an extra nice gift. That's all I can find on this game.
Nice.
Oh,
Ah.
It's something.
Extra
Huh?
nice. Oh my
I mean, they said that they will
I think it's
challenge how the
champion
game is
duplicators.
played. I think they said something like that.
I think it's just. I think the rabbit just gives you champion duplicators, and that's it.
That doesn't sound that
I
exciting.
don't know when it's going to get enabled on PB. I don't know if they're just scared that it's going to kill the PB over like.
I think they would, maybe they want to go in
break.
blind.
Yeah, that would make sense.
That would be cool if it worked.
You know what else is cool? The new Jax minigame. Oh my god,
All
that's
right, tell me about it because I have no idea. All I've seen is a screenshot where you can probably. I think. Okay, let me guess. You're
Yeah,
gonna walk
guess.
into river. You do an emote, maybe like a taunt,
Ooh.
and there is a chance you catch a
Uh-huh.
fish.
That's
it.
You're pretty close. You're pretty close.
that's almost pretty much spot on.
All right, what is it then?
You stand in river and you go AFK, and randomly Jax will get a fish and gets 1 gold for it. There is no interaction at all.
No
you just
way.
AFK. in
Yeah, you
river.
just sit in the river and do nothing, and it generates
Really?
a little bit of gold. It's so.
Yep.
I don't get why they. I think the part that upsets me about is they hyped it up. I don't.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
if we didn't
Oh,
like
yeah.
if they didn't mention it at all, and they're just like, "Oh, Jax could go fishing." I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cute," but they hyped it up as like Jax as
I
a
called
fishing
it a
minigame.
fucking mini game.
Yeah,
I mean, at this point, like the jokes about laziness just like write themselves.
I mean, at this point, being AFK in base is a minigame by itself.
you can go AFK. You're actually.
I was about to
generating
say,
money.
like, you know, they are encouraging being AFK for the memes,
You
and
know what
I
it
don't
is?
know how that's gonna go.
Yeah.
They're testing
type
out
in
the new
chat and
AFK warning
the
system.
new AFK timers are
Yeah, they're
so
tr-
aggressive.
They're testing it out. That's what it is. They just want to like, no, we need people to test out this system. How can we do? Let's encourage them to go AFK. That's how we test it out.
Yeah.
I
I
was
was so disappointed when I asked my because I wanted to record it. I was like, "How do you do this fishing mini game?" And it was just like, "Yeah, just go AFK in river." I was like, "Are you for real?"
There's not even like an animation, right? He just
Ben
does
Grohl
like
was
his auto
probably
attack.
There
already-
is an animation. but-
Isn't it just his auto attack though? I don't think it's like a unique animation they made
No,
for
I
it.
think it is a unique animation, but it's not really a good animation.
I just,
But it is
I'm-
kind of
I think it's more
placeholdery.
upset. I
fair.
wish they'd actually done a proper like update to Jax instead of just a mid scope, like especially with the LOR design we got. I just would have liked to see
Well,
him get the
I'm
proper.
I'm so getting ready for freaking short videos where I'm just gonna talk about all
So
of this.
They would So with Jack, they were definitely planning to give him a visual upgrade because the game files, the new particle facts files have in the file name has .vgu. So at one point, I guess they were planning on doing a full VGU for Jax with this update, but then decided, or just didn't have the bandwidth to do it, and just went, screw it, just do it as a mid-scope update.
That's even more lame.
That's even worse. Fuck's sake, dude. Just
Because-
give him a
alright,
VGU.
so, but before anyone goes and be like, well, you know, maybe they just accidentally called it a VGU for his mid-scope. No, for Talia and all them, they did not call it a V. There was no VGU reference in the file names at all. So
that's what,
we're
that's what
definitely
the second or third VGU they've iceboxed now. Then
I mean, what about okay? But then, what about Kassadin? Because
slash art.
I will
the
never
splash,
understand that one.
But like
Because
the
Wild
Wildrift
Rift.
model is so cool because now it
But
has
the
like
Wild
a
Rift
really
model is
detailed...
way too different.
Yeah.
And they updated it in game.
Yeah, I don't know why.
But like that's because they planned the Void event.
I swear to God, if they actually pull a Void event, that's a combination of like Void and Darkin for the new champion. I'd like, I don't know if I'm gonna be happy or betrayed.
I mean, it's kind
Just
of
both of it at
implied
the
in
same
Legends of Runeterra in some sense.
yeah,
Because
I'm
like
just surprised they
Legends of
haven't
Runeterra is
changed.
killing it, but like we're getting nothing anywhere else.
yeah. I mean, like the LOR stuff has been really good.
I ain't like freaking Zolani
But it's
and
not
Mira.
canon, so
Yeah.
it's not that good.
That's
You know
the thing.
what's
What I think Riot should do, like if Legends of Runeterra doesn't do well, just turn it into the new universe. I don't know if I actually mentioned it on the podcast before, but like turn this into the source of your lore. Like turn this into the universe,
Mm-hmm.
and I would be happy with that because the game would have a reason to exist, and it would focus on what people love, which is the lore that it brings in.
Mm-hmm.
Besides the fact that it's also a card game.
Yeah.
There's actually an interesting thing that I noticed, especially with the new expansion, is because the new expansion is all about, Aatrox versus Zolani with Kayla and Ryze intervening.
Yeah.
And people were wondering why Aatrox has no voice lines for Rost. Which, like, that just seems like that would make sense. From what I can tell is the way that Kayn works is because they're both what-if scenarios. If Rost wins, then he gets Zolani's blades before June ever gets corrupted, because we see Rost holding the blades and June's dead body there. But if Shadow Kayn wins, then Zolani gets corrupted and kills Kayn and then moves on. So if this situation with
there's
Aatrox
no
Kayla
way.
Ryze happens, then Rost is dead. And I
That's
think that's
clever.
even more funny because with the new Darkin, we discovered Aatrox isn't the only one who can corrupt people really fast. Like all the other Darkin can. So the fact that Rost is
Rost is a
taking
bitch.
forever to corrupt, he's probably the weakest Darkin by
That's
far,
very
and it's not
funny.
even close.
He just likes the company.
It's just-
Yeah.
Either Kayn is a lot stronger than people let on for, or Rost is a little bitch baby. One of those is the correct answer, or both. I just think that's funny because I love Rost, but yeah, he's kind of
It kind of
I
fits
don't
the
know.
character as well for him to be.
yeah, he's a little gremlin guy.
That's
He
why
doesn't
you
wanna give up.
identify as him.
he doesn't want to give up Kane. He likes the banter too much.
No, it kind of fits the character because he's kind of like he's all about like rampage and blood, and so he's happy he can actually like kill mortals because that's the only one he can kill.
Yeah. Well, imagine his shock when he finds out that the dark embodies decay. He's gonna be like, I spent years corrupting this child and it's dead in a month. What do I do? I have to start all over again.
But yeah, I just love the lore that it brought it, even though like it's all a what if scenario.
Yeah.
I-
I don't think it's
well.
always good. I think the Gallios were definitely a mess up.
Yeah,
but-
that's a thing. Like, I wish there were no what if scenarios.
Mhm.
But then again, if there were none, then we would never be able to see, what Zolani would look like if she
Yeah.
actually won, because
Mhm.
you know,
Maybe
if you don't
could
do that,
show her
you,
in the
you
past.
no, but this one is basically a what if
the
scenario
Dane one.
if Zolani devours the aspect of justice.
Mhm.
Then we get a card that like shows us like the freaking monstrosity that's like devouring half of the desert. And we
The
would never be able to
aspect
do
thing,
this.
right?
I mean, you know, I think it's like, you know, it's basically Zolani after she devours all the Darkin and she devours the aspect, and you know, you get this giant monstrosity, but unless you dive into this what if scenario, you just can't make that card and you can't show it to people.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because like it's not canon, so like it's cool as a concept, but like it
It's
doesn't
not
add
canon
any
yet.
value.
No, it's like no,
Not
no.
canon
It's
yet.
it's so that's the thing, because it's not canon because it has not happened, but it's canon as in it shows you what can happen if you know
Mhm.
the story goes that way.
So
I
wait,
don't know
what
if
you're
that makes
telling
sense.
me
We
is
could-
like
we
we don't
could
get
end
any
up like
fucking
Zelda.
story.
No. What I mean is that like it shows you canonically what's possible in the universe. That's
Mhm.
like what I'm trying to say.
That's the thing. That's the way of using canon that I don't like. To me, it's like I understand that it's cool to have what if scenarios like that, but holy fucking shit! Please give us some kind of like meaningful story that is happening right now, because we haven't got anything
well,
in the
we-
entire fucking year almost.
I mean, Seraphine.
We'll see that in the cinematic. Like the
That's
cinematic
also-
will.
Yeah,
Add
but
a
like
lot.
it's cinematic once a year, bro. Like what the fuck?
and,
Nothing
and
happened from
again,
that.
and again, okay, last year, this time, we already had 6 stories setting up the cinematic.
Yeah.
This year, we got nothing.
Soon.
There's also
Ah,
like if we
Darkin.
take this whole thing as an example, like the Aatrox versus Zolani versus Kale and Ryze, if this story like happens, like this is like where it led, Aatrox is fucking dead, and they can't do that because he's a champion in League of Legends. That's
Also,
like the
there is a-
unfortunate truth is they
Also,
can
there
never
is a
kill
weird
champions.
thing because in the interactions, Kale calls Ryze an old friend,
Yes.
Yeah, that is kind of odd.
but like you know, which kind of means like, oh, maybe Ryze went on an adventure and he was looking for a world rune and he met Kale and you know together they defeated some great evil and he saved the rune. You know, maybe like that's what it's hinting at.
Yeah.
But canonically, what happened in the story is that Kale went into the celestial realms and she was looking for her mother.
Mhm.
When the heck did she have time to meet Ryze?
I
She
also
was
feel like
gone.
Ryze is just
That's
like
the
one of those
point.
characters. Like I don't know, Kale feels like one of those characters that Ryze would despise. She's like
That's
super
true.
powerful.
No, kind of because Kale is not someone who would use the power for destruction if she got a world rune. So I think he would be like kind of indifferent.
I
I
mean,
guess
she also kind of uses her powers not with the most,
that is
like,
true.
not with the greatest of intentions.
That is true. She's not
Maybe
really
you
good
should
at
just
doing
see it
that.
as
kind
like
of
some form of justice, you know, hiding the world.
Yeah, well, Kale's kind of power drunk, even if she doesn't admit it. I don't feel like
Yeah.
Ryze, like he'd be like, I don't know if I want to be associated with you.
That's true.
That's like Ryze goes up to
But
Brunette and
maybe-
it's like, yes, we'll
Yeah.
seek justice for you. Yes.
I mean, what was the interactions? What Kale sent her messenger to Ryze. to
Yeah,
get
yeah,
him.
she called
for
him.
Was it? Yeah.
So you know, maybe Ryze is like, I don't care. Finally, someone can help. You know, maybe he's like tired and he like doesn't care anymore.
That's all his voice lines in the game. He's just tired. He's just had enough.
But,
He's-
but it's so cool. I love that about Ryze.
Oh, speaking of Ryze, in Legends of Runeterra, there's been a hot point of contention that his level up looks like it's from a PS2
Oh, yeah.
game.
I swear to God, I've seen that model somewhere and I still can't pin it down. I think it's a similar model because that specific model, I have seen it somewhere and I don't know where I'd used it. When the EU 10th anniversary thingy was happening, when the countdown was going on, they used like Ryze's weird HD model, and I'm not sure if this is the one. I just know that they definitely used this model somewhere, and I don't know where. I can't remember.
People were really upset about it because they said it looked terrible. Like,
And then Galio, you know.
yeah, okay, yeah, that's why I said that on stream. Like, guys, it could have been worse. It
Yeah,
could have been
Galio.
At least Ryze still looks like Ryze. But people are like saying that they wanted him to be like running through the battlefield with all the world runes in hand. I'm like, That's not really like I get the
doesn't do
quality of the
that, though.
animation is kind of on the weaker side, but the actual animation itself of what's happening, that is perfectly in line with what Ryze does. He's somber and sad, and
Yeah, he's like, not this again.
yeah, he's taking in the war around him, and he's kind of pissed off about it. He's like, just fucking stop being war, just go away. So I do think it could have used a better update in quality, especially when you look at corrupted Renekton and how high quality that one is. But
I have to say though,
Yeah, but you gotta purchase that.
that's true.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to actually covering Ryze's cards because I already recorded my video on Mira and Zolani and explaining that. But freaking like Ryze's interactions are so cool when he's like looking into the past and he has the visions and he has like the cool different like story, you know, like historical visions. I just freaking love his reactions to that. Like he's like, you know, Viego. He wasn't really a bad guy. He was just an idiot, and you know, I just love that.
I wouldn't agree with that take personally. He's kind of also a psychopath.
Oh yeah, no, but like, you know, he was like, you know, he just wants to do a good thing for someone he loves, but he's an idiot. That's
Yeah,
kind of
so
the point.
he wanted to bring his wife back to life. It was the best intentions.
Yeah.
So that's why he killed millions of people. It was
Oh yeah,
to
he
bring
also
one
mentioned
person
I
back
think,
to life.
yeah, I think he mentioned something like that, you know, the I don't know. I will be paraphrasing.
He says something along the lines
If I
of
go to the right
who am I to
folder-
judge a broken man with good intentions?
Oh yeah, yeah.
If I
But
can
it's like-
find my right folder, I got the entire script somewhere.
No, he has one
It's
with like that he can't justify the cause or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
wait, no,
but
it's
it's
on my
like
other computer.
you can't justify like Viego's. At the end of the day, Viego is trying to bring his soul back for purely selfish reasons. It's just what
But
he
not
wants.
it's not evil reasons, but it's definitely
No, but
evil.
it is completely
know.
selfish, and the way he goes
Yeah.
about it is fucking
Yeah.
genocide.
Yeah.
So he killed the entirety of the Blessed Isles. That he goes and
Yeah.
killed everyone around the world to bring one person back. Like,
Oh, there's actually one I love. First of all, we finally saw Master Tyrus for the first time.
yeah,
Who
was
looks
cool.
like He-Man a little bit.
he looks like Zeus from God of War 3.
But he's like the freaking Panther pants. I love
Wait,
it.
that makes sense. No wonder the
Oh,
that's why
lightning.
Ryze looks like a PS2 game because it's supposed to be God
Oh,
of
I
War.
see.
Oh my god.
That makes sense now.
But I laugh. But I did not. I wasn't ready for his quote there because he was like, you know, how could Boss Ride, like how could you leave me here alone? And you know, and I actually felt that because I never looked at the story from that perspective. I love that one where he felt betrayed because his master was supposed to, you know, actually like show him what to do, and he just instead was like, well, I'm gonna be a mad guy.
I want the power.
I just find it I find it really cool, like the difference between Ryze level 1 and Ryze level 2, like the difference between the two quotes. Like how
Yeah.
like the first one he's like very immature and is like all negative, and then he like essentially gets wiser and it just changes.
Yeah, because he's coming to terms with the fact that like he can save the world. It's like the pre-level 1 is like, man, the world sucks. I hate it. Why should I
Yeah.
bother saving it? And then level 2 is like, yeah, no, I'll do it.
That's
There's
true.
good people here. I'll save
That's
them.
relatable.
And I wonder because the, you know, because kind of spoiler, I guess I should probably definitely make a video on that finally. But you know, Ryze also appears in the Ruination book, and he has like his own story with Tyrus there, so it's kind of cool that all of that was like brought back for Legends of Runeterra.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the reason why he got that little vision with Tyrus there, because it is a reference to the book.
Mm. I mean,
Anyway,
somehow- I
Seraphim's
think this-
father is pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know what else is pretty
You
fucking
dorky
You know,
cool?
they're
guy.
fun lines. It's wholesome.
Yeah.
The next biggest cool thing is the Kindred statue in the fucking store. It's
Isn't
awesome.
it expensive though?
$475 US dollars.
Yeah, it's
475
awesome.
euros. It's got a swappable face. It's 1/6.
I love that, by the way. I
size.
love that you can have the human face or the mask. You know.
But riddle me
I would
this
just
though,
open my ass.
Batman. How come the Kindred statue is $475, but the Fiora statue is $940?
Because
the
French.
Fiora's, no. because
Superior.
Fiora's a
We're just gonna win the
quarter.
World Cup, bro. That's why it's so expensive.
It's the size. The Fiora one is 1/4 life size, and the Kindred's one is 1/6.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure they're around the same size.
Kindred's 1/6. Fiora's 1/4.
Let me check.
Also, doesn't Fiora have the glowing base?
I'm not
She's got
sure.
like she's got a really big background behind it.
No, but it should light up. I think it's a LED thingy.
Fiora
There's
is
also, like, a difference
49
between-
centimeters tall. Kindred is 47 centimeters tall. They're almost the same height.
It's also a thing of the company that like makes them and all that stuff.
Yeah,
There's,
but
like,
double
so
the
many different
price
factors.
almost. Like
I mean,
Kindred's
for
looks
Europe,
so much
it
higher
is double the
quality.
price.
That's what. As he have 490 versus how much is? Hold on, or nine
It's five-
40.
Fiora's 1,000 euros and Kindred's 500 euros for us.
Fiora
Yeah,
in
we get
Canada
scammed.
is almost $1,300.
Deserve. She's a queen.
It's just a
I gotta
marketing
say, I
strategy.
do
Like,
really
no, don't
love the
purchase French
Kindred
things.
one to the point of like I'm trying. I do want to buy it. I just struggle with the price.
Too expensive.
I'm like, for the first time in my life, because usually I don't buy anything. So if I'm like, I want to get something, I just get it because I have like no expense. Like, yeah, I buy food. That's
Like,
it.
oh, I'm gonna buy
Kinda.
200 little legend from the store
Oh yeah,
for
exactly.
my
It's
son.
because like I literally don't buy anything else. I don't buy car. I don't drive anywhere. I don't buy anything. So like I'm like, I'll just get the stupid things. And this time around, because I don't have a PS5, but I want to play the new God of War because I want to maybe make a video on the freaking universe there because it's kind of an interesting concept. And I'm like, I gotta like Mjolnir or whatever the hammer is called. I'm like,
it on,
collector's edition. And Jesus Christ, like this Christmas, like everything is piling up. And then freaking Diablo 4. And I was like, you know what, Diablo 4? Screw
Diablo 4
you.
can
I don't
wait.
trust you.
With
No,
the
it's made
with
by
the
Blizzard.
pricing, like fuck Diablo 4. Fuck this entire
like,
thing.
but like, I'm a collector. I love collecting weird things and collector editions. But like, I
I
don't
like collecting
know.
dead bodies in my basement.
I don't buy anything, but I'm also a collector.
No, yeah, but like I'm a collector of like stupid things, not like things you would actually use.
I hate water, but I'm also a swimmer.
I used to collect things. Then I got a mortgage.
Yeah.
No, I'm very responsible. I have a son.
Yeah, sure, you're really responsible. Do you want to talk about like when you ordered like all the little legends for your son?
Dude, if
How
I
is
had a
that even
If I had a
responsible?
MasterCard, I would be literally looking at a Summoner's Cup in my room.
Oh my god.
And I didn't. Because Riot was like, we're gonna have an auction for charity, but you can only buy things with MasterCard, which I don't have, so screw that.
I'm kind of glad I
yeah.
maxed out my cards so I can actually win the server.
I was actually, yeah, I remember I was writing you and I was like, okay, how much money do you have? How much can you bid so I can, pay that back?
I say that in the end, the server arrived in Europe broken, as in like it was in like a plexiglass case kind of thing, and the plexiglass broke sadly.
No, wait, the exact same thing happened when I bought the WoW server because I have one of the WoW servers.
And the person who won the server told MasterCard, hey, it arrived broken. Is there anything we can do about this? And MasterCard said, sorry, there isn't. So what we're going to do is you keep the server and we're going to refund you for it. And we will cover the cost to the charity.
I just
so
want to.
In the end, he got a free server. Charity still got their money.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
I just want to quickly run back the fact that Negrid said he was like, responsible with his money because he doesn't spend anything. And then he said like, oh yeah, by the way, I bought a fucking WoW server.
It was for charity, though. It was for charity.
The WoW servers weren't that expensive, were they?
No,
Oh, really?
it wasn't that. It was like
it was under 500, wasn't it? Or, I
No,
don't
it was
remember.
more. It was more.
It's
2,000.
about 1,000 then.
It was 1.5, maybe something like that.
Okay.
1.5 or
Like,
2, something like that.
Ooh,
I think I
that's shady.
bid 3,500. I think.
Yeah, and then the
server.
other item that was up for sale was
I was crying while doing that.
was a direct replica. It was like one of the first versions when they were making the original Summoners Cup.
Oh no.
It wasn't even
It
a
was-
replica. It was like a
they were gonna make a replica. I think it was like quarter scale.
no. I think it was 1-to-1, but it was one of the.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was one of the. I
Master
don't know what it's
card.
called. It's like the production. It's like one of the. It's like a prototype basically. That's what I believe it was. Okay, can you find it?
No, if I remember, it was a replica, but it was like quarter scale or something like that. I can't find it anymore.
Anyway.
You know what I believe? The fact that I couldn't believe that they changed a bit of things on the ARAM map.
Oh yeah, I haven't played actually too much of the ARAM. I don't even know what's the feedback.
I played
now.
yesterday night.
Is it
I
good or
played the
not?
Clash tournament today for ARAM.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
questionable.
Mine's in 3 hours.
Oh yeah. I've seen some mixed reviews.
Yeah. I feel like it's a
the
cool
warp
concept.
gate is good. I like the warp gate. I'm still not
depends.
sold on.
Depends
the
on your champion,
turret.
because holy
Turret.
shit. Warp gate can be like such a bait. It's a cool concept overall, but like it can be like,
I've
for
heard that
example,
the
if you
place can
kill
be
the enemy team inside your base, they're gonna warp gate with their tower and they're gonna be there like even quicker. So you have like less power to push
Yeah.
because of that.
Yeah, I just heard that they should change the place of the gate.
It's
Because, like,
behind the Nexus and it's in front of each tower. The thing is, like, the tower that protects the inhibitor, the gate always stays there. So if the enemy is like sieging your base, you know, you can still like use the gate to flank them, and that's the only good like strategy with the gate. I feel like, because it's a
It
really
gets you into
powerful
lane
flank. But,
faster as well.
yeah. Something that I
It
noticed.
just makes it so there's less downtime, like in between dying and getting back into the lane.
But the death timer are like more now. I think they
Oh,
augmented
are
the death
they?
timers.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they also
That
boosted
explains a
assassins
lot.
because they gave them tenacity and stuff, and they even made more bushes, so it's even harder as, for example, an AD carry to like survive because of the gates, the towers that like blocks a lot of the pathways, and all that. It's just like we played with AD carries and stuff, and they just got like stomped the entire fucking game. Like they just couldn't do anything. Other than that, I just noticed after quite a lot of games actually. Remember that the ARAM bridge had actually holes on the sides.
Yeah, they've been patched.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been patched out now.
Wait,
And
so
it's
Oh,
like-
right.
like
yeah,
a-
they do. There's no holes anymore.
So
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah,
a
there's no
straight-
holes
so-
in between the two turrets.
So now it's straight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
I
it feels
assume-
wider. It
I
feels
assume
weirdly
Yeah.
it's
wider.
because you know the towers crumble, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
It crumbles
Yes,
at the exact
because of
same
that.
spot, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
So
tower crumbling, I
it
feel
can
like it's
crumble
good,
left
but,
or right.
yeah.
It's random.
Yeah.
It's random which way.
Does it actually feel like it's a meaningful thing?
No. It's a choke
Okay.
point, because then it's like,
Nexus
oh, it
Bli-
blocks
Nexus
the entire
Blitz died
path
for
there.
this.
Yeah, it feels like it needed more time and more refining. The idea of like wanting to change a bit of ARAM is like, okay, on paper it can be good. Novelty is always hard to accept, and maybe it's good, maybe it's not, etc. But this time, the gate is like not even a new mechanic, technically. Positioning of the gates and all that stuff is questionable. Also, you can be targeted when you're traveling through a gate. Because I don't remember which champion I used, but like I used a spell and someone was warping through the gate, so you can see just like a blue dot like flying through when just like the Bard portal pretty much. And then my spell apparently hit the Z So then the tower actually took aggro and I lost like, I don't know, 200, 300 HP from that. That's because like the guy was warping and apparently you can still hit them. So it's like, what the fuck? But yeah. Other than that, I feel like it's a meh out of 10. Not a huge fan. I'm not against it, but I'm really not a huge fan of what they did. Especially the excuse of, oh yeah, we made ARAM changes to sort of, it's not really an excuse, but it's sort of to like compensate for the Nexus Blitz stuff that they promised. And I feel like it's some of those changes feel like they could have been done in like a month or two of dev time, considering that they had the warp gate. The tower, okay, the tower falling left and right and creating like a real roadblock, I can understand that because it's like coding something you cannot pass through and it's like debugging that. But that's
that might have been a borrowed feature from something else Riot worked on in the past.
Yeah, but like it really feels like something that could have been made in like months of dev time, depending on like the number of people who worked on this. It doesn't feel substantial. Like the balance changes are questionable as well, especially for like the assassins, because now you can have like an Akali that doesn't take fucking damage, that has like more tenacity, it can still one-shot you even though it builds like the HP tank item. And it's like, wow, she just builds tank and boom.
a lot of numbers, but I don't know which ones they've hotfixed off the top of my head.
I mean, assassins just build tanks and they just fuck you up and you cannot kill them. It's as simple as that. It's miserable to play support or AD carry in ARAM so far. But playing sort of like tank and mostly bruiser, like engage stuff, it feels amazing because like nobody can stop you. But other than that,
am I crazy for thinking that they should
always
add in like a environmental hazard where like if the turret actually falls on you, you die?
Yeah, I mean that would be cool, but it doesn't. It just pushes you away.
Yeah, they should do that, or like make it deal heavy damage. You know, make it feel like actual danger.
Yeah, I feel
something
like
you can easily avoid, but you know,
something that could have been cool. You know, if it's like if they take the map of Nexus Blitz as a concept and then make it like if you kill the dragon, instead of just having so little changes besides, oh, it burns bushes, oh, it creates warp gate.
What if
like
river is lava and you take damage?
Exactly.
In river?
What if you have like patches of lava? What if you have like crumbling, I don't know, like rocks falling at some spot?
That
what if you
actually
literally
sounds
make
fun.
holes inside the map due to that? So like you cannot pass through that point anymore. Like that is actually more substantial changes and like more gameplay of like, I have to adapt to the map changes.
People will hella mad when they first like randomize elemental dragons. I can't imagine it. random elements going down well.
But you know,
I mean, it's like, no, it's not random elements. It's more of a, if you kill mountain dragon, then you have like falling rocks, you know?
Yeah,
if you kill like
environmental
magma
hazards,
dragon, you have like patches of magma on the ground that burns you and reduce healing, for example.
that
Don't
would be
you
cool.
understand? That's gonna impact their ability to do map skins.
Have you
It's
seen?
going to impact my esports clarity.
Have you seen the people doing the custom skin that like basically like?
Like,
I don't want to be harsh, but they basically like
I'm
stuck
waiting
a
for
middle
Riot to
finger
step
to all
up
of that.
there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. They reskinned it
Yeah.
all, and they were like, "No, I just, it's."
But it's a
so funny
reskin
that-
though. It's not really creating something. It's a reskin, but still, they did an amazing job there.
Yeah, no, but it's a reskin. But it's a reskin that works with the changing environment. they even tweeted like, "Oh yeah, by the way, we also have it changing with all the dragons," and I love that so much.
Yeah, it's not hard to do it. The problem
Yeah,
with
it's
Riot
just changing
is,
textures, but still.
Yeah, but the
Money.
problem with Riot is Riot's like, well, when we changed the maps, we made it be certain colors to really let you know what map you're playing on.
No, I
and-
think no. What I
and
think
it's
is the
problems
issue.
like that.
What I think
And
is the
also
issue.
Infernal's a red map. You know, you can't do that with snow.
What I think is the issue is that when I saw the skin, I immediately thought like, all right, if you play like a winter skin on that, no one's gonna see your abilities.
Yeah.
So I think that's like one of the reasons maybe where if you do these
But-
massive changes, you have to count on the fact that like you know, visibility is gonna be an issue.
If
Oh,
I
then
remember,
again,
that reminds me of
they
something.
use the official Riot textures from the last Snowdown.
Yeah.
if I remember
Oh,
correctly.
in that case, that's just
Yeah, so
funny.
it's
Something-
Riot's tested textures for the snow effect.
Okay, that's just
Something
funny.
that like I just remember in season 2 or 3, I remember when like there was Frostfire Annie and we had Winter Summoner's Rift at some point in season 2 or 3. And I remember Frostfire Annie being extremely popular when Winter Summoner's Rift was up because you could not see like the rotating thing that tells you like, oh yeah, she has stun.
Yeah.
Because it was white on white, I mean
Yeah.
white blue-ish. And like yeah, that was really
Yeah.
problematic.
Those were the days.
Yeah.
But
I
then
mean, same
again, you know,
time,
those are the free days. Like, why not? You know,
because
just disable one any.
Well, because I think they want clarity, but at the same time they don't make clarity because I just played ARAMs like last night, and I could not see even with because I have trouble with colors. Okay, I could not see
Yeah.
half of the time the spells from Syndra. I think it was like Spirit Blossom Syndra on the ARAM map, and I could not see when she fucking used the spell on the map. It was impossible
Yeah.
for me, and I turned up like the contrast. I turned like I always have the colors at like 200% and all that stuff. I just cannot see spells in that fucking map. It is horrendous, and I'm even playing in colorblind mode, but like nothing is clear. The all the lines are like super thin, so like, it's impossible to see something. Yeah, that was just my rant
Yeah.
about being colorblind. Sorry.
And there's also visual
The problem
clarity,
is,
even
like,
with skins.
Does
these
that come
days.
when you're
For player
French?
base.
No.
Is that
No,
like a
just my
bundle
eyes
thing?
being fucky, but like similar colors.
Yeah, it's the problem of like it's such a small percentage of players that have that issue.
Yeah,
No,
that's
but
why I
I-
think they should be like, you know what?
It's annoying because
Screw
like,
that.
Yeah, no, but
it's like they need options, but they
some
only
spells
got
have like
one.
super thick outline, you know, in terms of like where it's gonna hit you. And then some spells, I don't fucking know why, Riot was like, oh, what if we did it like super thin and super stylized because the skin is like has stars or whatever. And it's like, can you just like have an option to like just have thick outline for everything so then we can actually see something? Like, can we have colorblind options in the game? Some stuff that can actually
mean-
help seeing spells?
Yeah, no. What they need to do is they need to just basically add a option, like a slider, which just injects like the background of a particle to be black at a certain opacity.
Yeah, that would actually be cool.
So, because then you can just crank that up to 100, and then you're definitely going to see everything.
But then it's like
Never
cheating
think
because
of,
it's like,
background.
but I can see the hitbox there. Yeah, that's the goal of having a spell, is like to see the hitbox and be good and dodge. But if I cannot see the spell, I cannot dodge. And I got one-shotted literally because of that. I even replayed the fucking video, and I could not see the fucking spell moving because it is
I
the...
feel like an option like that wouldn't be too hard, but
But
wouldn't
like,
be
do
too
you
hard,
really
but then
think they
there's-
want... Like,
there's-
every time you talk about color blindness,
there's
it's
some
like,
other
yeah, but
there's
it's a
some other
small
problems
percentage.
with it. There's some other technical problems with it. That's the problem.
It's not their priority anyway, so like it's
Yeah,
never gonna
never is.
happen. We're never gonna have like any clarity updates with like particle
Like,
effects and
I have
stuff.
to be honest. Like, when did we talk about this Phreak stuff?
No, we
Or
didn't.
not yet? Okay, no.
Not yet.
I know what you mean,
This
like
freak
the actual
stuff.
person brings. Like, can we talk about this? These freaks.
Did we talk about this freaky stuff already?
Let's get freaky.
Okay. So,
So
so when Phreak announced that he's not gonna be shotcasting anymore and that he's gonna be on the Summoner's Rift team, for a moment I was like, they're gonna have the Mordog there. They're gonna have the creative guy who's like, I'm gonna change stuff. And then I learned he was on the balance team, and I was like, God damn it.
yeah.
Man.
I mean, we
for a
are
moment, I was
going
bitter.
back to the good old days with him returning.
I mean,
in some
was
sense.
he? I think he was like community thing stuff thingy. I don't even know if he was like team dev directly before. I don't think he was, to be
I
honest.
don't know.
Because I remember-
I think he was on the playtest team at one point because
yeah,
he did
because
all the champion
yeah.
spotlights. He was diamond, or sorry, platinum because diamond didn't exist back then.
Yeah, I remember that's the reason why he got hired in the first place. He was good in the
So-
beta.
Yeah, he was a really good player back in the day.
Yeah.
Back when nobody knew what anything
Was it
was.
Corky?
Yeah,
you played a
exactly.
lot?
I mean, you know, the season 1 champions, Fnatic, Shushay, legendary mid laner, who was
Ruckus, right?
platinum the next season.
Yeah.
I tried to look on the wiki to see his history, and I see a comment saying, "Someone say Phreak got fired." What? And I'm like, "Oh," and I see it's from 2014.
Oh.
I don't think that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
you
mean,
know,
that's
it
cool
was-
that he's retiring from showcasting and doing stuff that he likes. Hopefully,
I
some
think
good
it's gonna be
comes out of
good.
it.
I think it's gonna be good. To be fair,
It'd be interesting.
I don't know.
He might bring in changes at least.
Yeah, but changes
Too-
doesn't
too
mean
soon
good.
to- Yeah, too soon to say if it's good or not, but it'll definitely be interesting. Because in a way, he's from the era of the simple days.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
And did Riot say that the next few champions they were wanting to make them a lot more simpler, or am I just?
I
making that
I
up?
don't think so.
Think so.
Maybe
no,
I'll
they
imagine.
said
I mean,
that they're. So
male
okay, you know, I'm
enchanter,
not.
I guess.
This is just a joke. It's not personal, all right? But the
It
person
is
who
not
said
a joke. I repeat, it is
the,
not a joke.
the
He's
person
actually
who
not
said, you
joking.
know, our kits are not overloaded, didn't she quit?
Yeah, she did. Right, safe
Yeah.
log.
She-
Yeah,
Didn't
she did.
I think
She
said
was
that's, like-
reading from a teleprompter. Those
Yeah,
were
that as
not
well.
her words.
Oh
and
yeah,
then
yeah,
laughed
yeah,
and
of
she
course. That's why I'm saying it's a
joined.
joke, of course.
Wasn't that around the same time that Akshan came out as well
Yeah.
when they said that?
But
I
I
think she
still,
went
you
through
know-
Theorycraft, right?
Was it Theorycraft?
Was
They're
it?
making Loki, right?
Yeah. Safe log theory.
Actually, has Cassante
Yeah,
made like any
Theorycraft.
kind of impact in the meta? I feel like he's been like pretty decent, but not like overpowered. He just seems like kind of good. He's just
I mean, those champions are always the best. Because if
no. I
you're
mean,
kind of
like
good,
champions these days, whenever they release, they're either unplayable or the best character in the game. I
Yeah.
feel like Cassante's kind of landed in a nice.
but like
middle
yeah,
place
if
for
you're in the
once.
middle, that means that you can like main that champion and you can be happy that they won't get like nerfed into the ground.
Yeah,
So being
I
in the
can't
middle
remember
is a
last time
safe
that happened.
ground.
That's what I mean. That's why I'm happy that he's in like a middle ground because I'm kind of tired of champions releasing either ungodly because technically he did release with like a 30% win rate, but people just didn't know how to play him because he's like people who are trying to play tanks aren't used to champions being that mobile, and people who play mobile champions aren't used to being, you know, not doing that much damage. So he's like a weird hybrid in between, and he didn't have the items he was clearly designed for yet. Same
Yeah.
with Ivern. I'm glad they didn't do like what they did with Ivern, where Ivern came out clearly designed for when they changed the jungle to every camp healing instead of giving unique buffs. And then they just hotfix buffed him like 50 times. Then those preseason changes finally came out. Wait, why is Ivern OP now? What happened? I'm glad they held off on a bit for Cassante so his release could be nice and smooth and he'd come out nice and good. I hope they do that more often.
Maybe. Probably not.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. But I don't know. I think the
Yeah.
champions this year
More
were
than
like
likely no.
mostly pretty good in terms of, except for Zeri. Zeri's like just like the one enigma where
Yeah.
all the rest of the champions have like been pretty good balance wise most of the time. Like
I'm
Bel'Veth
really
was a
worried
bit
about
strong
her,
for a
actually.
bit.
Because she's coming to Wild Rift, so it's just
Zeri is?
yep. Yep.
Why?
And considering how many changes she's had on PC, I don't know how it's gonna work.
Why? Why would they do?
Yeah.
I thought that was the whole reason they didn't put like Ryze and Azir on Wild Rift was because they were balance problems.
Was that was that announced somewhere? I don't even know about Zeri.
It was Riot heavily hinted at in a basically
Yeah.
a dev blog. I'll
That's
just say
that,
yeah,
okay.
it's-
That's
she's
fucking.
coming.
That's fucking stupid. That's actually
It
so
was,
dumb.
Yeah, so it was announced it was like hinted at in the dev blog, and then when Riot did the Chroma Crash concept art information, like, oh, look how we made it, they fucked up and put in the Zeri concept art in the big collage So
Yeah.
I don't understand why
They did an
would-
oopsie.
So
Oh,
I can't
Viego
tell if it's an
see.
oopsie or it's like, oh, we know, but she's coming like soon, and it's getting confirmed in less than like a month. It might even get confirmed within the next 2 weeks. We don't know
I
when
don't-
the next like dev video is, but
Why?
yeah, she's
If you
definitely
want like a
coming
newer
in the
champion,
next-
just put in Renata or something. Like why?
No.
Like put in the champion that's actually
Oh,
well
not with Valve.
designed.
No.
An
not
Icebox,
not
Viego, and
Renata's
Wild
ult.
Rift.
No.
How many champions
Thank
aren't
God.
in Wild Rift now that they could have put in? There's probably like still a ton that aren't in Wild Rift yet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Oh, yeah, a lot.
94, 5 champions in Wild Rift. 90,
Uh,
95, I
is
think.
there a popular one that's not in yet? This is the better question.
Viego?
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
Viego is not
again,
there.
they did put him in there because he's too. Oh, Heimer, you could put Heimer in there or something. I don't know.
True. That would be cool.
Is Jason the game?
Yes.
Yeah.
He went
Okay.
with arcade.
Karma's in there, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, because she had the
LeBlanc.
Stargazer.
No.
could have put LeBlanc in
is not
there.
in.
Lysandra?
Nope.
Okay, you could have done her. You could have done Mordekaiser. I don't think he's in there yet, right?
No,
No, it's not.
he's not.
Could have done Kiana. That's a more recent champion.
She's 6, so that would be cool to have HD Quiana there.
Oh god,
Sorry.
please, why?
Sorry, it's getting late. I'm sorry.
That's all you care about, you freak.
Chibiin,
Uh,
we
you
got Frostbite
freak.
Aurelia. We don't need Kiana.
That's
If
true.
they want like a, you want like a marksman, then right? If you're like trying to do, I just don't get why you'd pick Zeri, but she's clearly a problem.
Oh wait, Kog'Maw is not
yeah,
in Wild
I'm
Rift.
curious what version of getting. If it's gonna be like a unique Wild Rift like take, or is it one from a year ago?
Oh, wait, is Sivir in Wild Rift?
No.
Oh, no.
Yeah, like you could have Sivir. She's popular. Like this, I don't get why you would. It's same if
And
they did
before
Ryze
she's-
or Azir or Kog or Cho'Gath or champions they know are gonna need to have work done on them. Why would you put yourself make yourself do the extra work? It doesn't make any sense. It's like Mundo all over again. Why did you put Mundo in Wild Rift when you knew he was getting reworked? You're just making more work for yourselves. I don't understand.
Hey, what about Udyr?
Oh.
Uh,
It's I don't know.
Oh.
It just feels like communication over
Does it
there
sound-
is just in
oh,
disarray.
sorry, that's me stumbling my toe. I'm
He looked at
lying. I'm
the-
sorry.
He looked at the
Just
chat.
posted
He looked at the
Frostbite
chat.
Yeah, he
Aurelia.
looked at freaking Aurelia's booty.
I am weak. Okay. Anyway, so Riot big budget for 2023, right?
Yeah, but
I-
Arcane's not coming out until 2024, so I'm really confused.
You know what that means, though? That means if we're gonna have the
Void
biggest budget
event!
of all time, no,
It's a
gonna be
Darken
the
event.
first ever Prestige Ultimate skin. We're gonna get
Yeah.
Prestige Elementalist Lux.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
That is. Yeah.
It's brand
s-
new elements.
I just
Why
hope
do you have
that
to
like
try
that
kill
money
me
goes
inside?
to like game modes and actually like I want them to really go ham on ASUs. Like even VGUs are not as mandatory anymore because there's not many champions left who are in need of a full VGU, but there's so many who need an ASU. Just
Yeah,
go.
that's
It's
true.
the same team who makes skins. Just get them to do that instead of new skins, please. We have so many. I wouldn't even mind new skins. Like we get like what 140, 150 this year, and I wouldn't mind that if every champion got one or most every champion got one. But like so many
I
get
totally
2 or
agree.
3 every year. It's ugh.
Yeah, it would be so much cooler if they just did do it where it's like one per champion a year.
Yeah, that would be
Make so
cool.
many people happy.
You would have something to
Yeah.
look forward to, you know, for like the 4 years. Like, oh yeah, I'm just waiting for my skin to like come
Yeah,
out for
you
my
don't
favorite
have to wait
Mundo,
1,000 days
dude.
for a zillion skins.
Yeah.
Mundo hasn't had anything since Winter Wonder. It's
You got a
been
VGU.
so long.
I mean,
Even after the
Corporate
VGU, it's been a year and a half.
And the rework was pretty legit, to be fair.
Yeah, the rework
That
was
was a
good,
good
but
one,
it's
yeah.
also been a year and a half since the rework. It's
Has
not like
really
it
been
like
that
it just
long?
happened. I'd get that if Udyr got a skin like right now, I'd get that, but it's just I don't know.
Not gonna
it's
happen.
upsetting to see. Yeah,
My
It
moves
is
differently
not
for
gonna
me.
happen.
it's just sad to see
I
so
actually
much
had that ever
favoritism.
since I was like full-time YouTuber as well. Like time moves weirdly.
Yeah.
It's because time moves faster for you if you do the same job over and over because your brain is like, I know this stuff, I don't need to remember it.
Mm-hmm.
But like if I'm like covering news or like covering League, then like every day is like essentially me reading about something new.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels like I've been like 27 for 4 years now.
I forgot what age I was the other day. I'm not even like only like
oh yeah,
24.
that legitimately happens to me every now and then.
Like 2 years ago, I didn't even really have a YouTube channel, so
Look where you are now.
yeah.
It's like I thought I
now.
started covering Wild Rift a year ago, but no, it was actually 2.
The Wilder's been out for 2 years.
Yeah, we're getting old,
for you,
guys.
yeah, but it's been out for like 3 for some other reason.
And this podcast is up for a whole year.
Yeah.
Can't believe we made that after Arcane. That's so weird. Feels like
Look where we are
forever.
complaining about everything.
We just won game modes technically. It's not like we
That's a
complain
bunch of-
all the time.
Riot make it easy to complain about stuff.
Yeah.
because they've been
Yeah.
dropping the ball a lot. Like we still do credit them where credit's due, such as like the new TFT set.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
TFT is still on fire.
I really love
so
what they
much
did
more
with
negatives
LOR
than
and just
positives.
released the new expansion for Worlds. So like Worlds feels very fresh and exciting because everyone's playing all the new stuff and trying out
Yeah.
new things. Like it's
complete
really it makes it
cluster
really
because
exciting.
of all the new stuff. No one
Yeah,
knows
it's great.
Rise,
I
rise
love it.
everywhere.
Ryze
Actually,
does not work.
There's been no Rise. There's been no
Oh,
Rise
really?
at all.
Ryze is so bad.
Oh
He's
yeah,
great on
oh
paper.
no, yeah, you're right.
Bad
I
in
actually,
practice.
I saw the stats and I think it's like 30% win rate.
The thing
Yeah,
is,
it's very
Ryze and Jin are both champions with origins that are so open that with every expansion they're just going to get better. That's just how their origin works. But as far as this Worlds has gone, Aatrox is definitely the king of the new cards for sure.
Not really a
Aatrox
surprise.
has been so prevalent. It's still exciting to watch because the Darken the Darken units are very exciting, very like big game ending big boys, and they're very fun. But I imagine if this expansion had released 2 months ago and we'd already been used to seeing Aatrox all the time, then Worlds would be very stale, like it was last year with Akshan Sivir, where there was just all Akshan Sivir all the time. Like, yeah, we know it's strong. Can we try something else, please?
I'm just happy Ryze promoted the world.
Yeah.
They kind of forgot to
True.
do that the entire time.
But I guess it makes sense because they're shifting from PvE to PvP. So if you don't advertise the lore worlds, then
Mhm.
you're gonna fall flat on your face for trying to make it work as a PvP game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's
That
still
being
good.
said, they've completely killed Wild Rift esports in the West.
Oh, really?
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What they do?
Yeah.
Nah, they just closed it. They were like, no one watches
Yeah, they're not
esports
doing
in the West, so esports in the East only.
I mean, I feel like esports on mobile phones just looks really weird.
Yeah, like people, people. I saw some screenshots like the players on the couch with like their legs spread. You know.
Yeah, it just looks
Like,
really bizarre.
No, they were in front of desks and you couldn't see their crotch.
No, I definitely saw some screenshots with crotch.
I'm not sure which
God.
esport that was, but that was not
That
Wild
was
Rift.
definitely Wild Rift.
I think you watched the
What?
wrong stream, bro.
Yeah. The Wild Rift one, they had a white desk and everything.
I don't know.
Oh well. What else happened when we were not there?
Quite a few different things, such as like the Chinese video that happened, which had lots of info, such as the release schedule of what order they were planning to release champion updates.
Yeah, that one
the
was weird.
ASU. But we didn't get any sort of video version.
Don't
of it
worry,
for
you'll
some
get
reason.
it
was
in
only
like 6
China.
months. Just like the article about Nexus Blitz.
We'll get with the season opening cinematic probably. We got all the juicy information there, but it was just a bit weird how they just fully explained like the order they were planning to release things. What was it? The Enchanter comes first, the Exali Enchanter.
Yeah.
And then it's the Darken champion.
Yeah, so the Darken got delayed then too.
Wait. There's an Ishtali one.
Yeah, it's the male
But
enchanter.
there was no teaser for it, right? Like no image teaser. It was like
No, there was.
No,
Wasn't
that
it
was.
just
It was
the
like the little
flames?
orange
It was
goobers.
little flames. It was little flames.
Yeah, little orange.
I don't even remember which one it was.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they were pretty
Extra
cute.
champion.
Yeah, so Kiana's
teaser.
finally going to have a use for her voice interactions to other Exali champions.
She won't be the only Ixtali champion that wasn't shoehorned into the region.
Yeah.
I'll watch it be Nazook and I'm gonna laugh with the little flaming thingies. Okay, what I actually love about the new LOR stuff is that they confirmed that Aatrox is an Icathian, which is pretty cool.
Yes, the sort of Acacia.
I actually love that. That's pretty cool.
There
Also,
was
I
a
just-
lot.
Also, I'm just gonna call it Icathia till the day I die.
But that's not the way it's pronounced.
I know, but I am an OG grump who's been pronouncing it like that for 10 years.
Yeah,
No, you can't
I
do
know
that.
There's
the feeling.
no way I'm changing that now.
It's illegal.
But like, hold on, the Ishtali champion is
We
that
will
like
call
an,
the police.
It looks like an enchanter because these images are always like supporty.
Yeah, it is an enchanter. As far as I'm aware, that's been confirmed. At least I remember people saying it was
Yeah, I kind of vaguely, because it's been a
Enchanter.
while since they talked about this one. I kind of vaguely remember that one. I totally forgot about this one. Which means it's gonna line up for a Darkin event in the summer.
Right.
Oh my fucking
Yep.
god.
But that
Yeah.
it actually
There
that's
I hope for a Darken
go.
event. Like the entire cinematic so far hints towards a Darken event because we've got the Aatrox.
I mean, there's no
Sword
cinematic,
War.
but okay,
No,
what's
I
there
mean,
be no
season
cinematic?
start, season start cinematic. Like it's hyping up all the Darken stuff.
Oh yeah.
And we're getting a Darken champion later at some point. So I assume it's just going to be full on Darken.
I just think it's strange they wouldn't have released the Darken champion at the same time. There's all the Darken stuff going on in LOR.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
kind
there's
of
just no way they
strange.
could. Hold on, but also the new TFT set is gonna be based around Runeterra. There's gonna be Darkin. There's gonna be a Darkin event.
Uh-huh.
There we go again,
Yeah.
Grandpa. Do you want to take your meds and go to bed now?
I mean, I can feel a Darken event.
Yeah,
It's
no,
if
such
they-
a
If they do
hype
this,
thing.
if they do this, it's gonna be a combination. It's gonna be a Void and Darkin. That's what I believe it's gonna be.
Well, yeah, Legends of Runeterra kind of. What was it? The Void Champ kind of hints.
I mean, yeah,
That's
because
something.
you know the lore of the Void and Darkin is so close that they'll probably do that.
So, yeah. It's just, I don't know. Weird,
Yep.
weird
And then
timing all the time.
2024 is just going to be Arcane.
I mean, you know, it's gonna be really hard to time it all.
Arcane with Darkanes. Let's go. Gonna see H-Walks being like, ha, I'm gonna slice Beltor in half.
I
Kabam.
just want.
He
some
did
more.
say that exactly. He did say exactly that.
Just want. Okay, but if there is a cinematic, and I mean, you know, normally by this time we would have 6 stories. This year we got nothing.
Mhm.
So if there is a cinematic, I am actually expecting like Aatrox and Ryze and Gale.
Yeah. Well, Riot always do a season start cinematic. They've never not really done one in the latest few years. So if they don't do one, then that 100% League's on life support.
Oh yeah, no yeah, that's gonna be especially since like this year the hype for the MMO went up as well. Like, you know, if they release the cinematic now, there's gonna be like a whole new audience. Like the MMO audience is gonna be like, look at this, you know, they are vaguely connected to the MMO, and you know, it's in their interest to do it now. Which, yeah, they will probably do that.
Will they? I don't.
We can only hope.
That's how I feel nowadays. It's just,
Yeah, we can hope.
I just hope that it happens, but I don't know anymore.
What is he mumbling? What the fuck?
Yeah,
I don't know anymore.
He's
I'm
lost
just-
all faith to live.
I mean,
Yeah,
to be okay, your channel is not based on lore. You're fine. You can talk about weird stuff.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I have to come up with random bullshit.
I am kind of running out of I got like 4 more ideas, and then I'm gonna be in trouble.
As if it's hard to just
Leak
constantly
news,
make
Rift
tier
news.
list on Twitch and then upload that on
No,
YouTube.
that's the issue. I did it all. Okay, I didn't do a lot about like skins and stuff. I still have
I mean,
options.
Yeah, just do it like Nikki. Spend 3 hours rating all the skins for this year. Boom.
You just go back in time, look at some of your old videos, and redo the ideas.
I did that
in
too.
a modern form. Oh shit!
No, like, you know,
no.
I think I
You
have,
are out of ideas, then. Shit.
I think I have 2 videos on the most powerful champions. I just, you know, every 2 years I update that one. I think I also have multiple videos on how old are champions, because the more lore we get, the more info we get. You know, I
Said
keep
being
updating
14 years old.
Oh, that
It's
one.
crazy because there's generally some YouTubers in the League space which literally they do daily videos, but it's essentially they talk about the same stuff like in every video. Like they'll bring up like one news topic and do like 5 different videos of it over the course of like 2 weeks. So it's like, yeah, and not just that, they constantly get like 8,000 views per video. I'm just like, this person's literally talked about this same topic 5 times in the last 2 weeks, and is still getting 8,000 views per video. I'm gobsmacked. I'm like, how is this working? But it does.
I mean, like, sometimes I don't know if I do that on stream. Okay, on streams I definitely like talk about the same topics. I mean, on this
I think on
podcast.
streams
That's
a bit
because you're
different.
old.
On this
because you go through so many different viewers. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, we complain about game modes every
Yeah,
single time.
we got vague topics for the podcast. So today we had Jax, ARAM stuff, TFT set, Kindred statue in store, Jinx, rocket launcher nerf, which we didn't actually talk about, Phreak retiring, lore expansion, Aatrox plus cinematic BS, Arcane 2024, LOL big budget 2023, and you know we still managed to get on.
And we still complain.
We need game modes, Riot.
We do
Please keep us
prep some
entertained.
Yeah.
So how was
That's the thing,
Clash,
a lot
by
of
the
us
way?
are casual players.
Are no casual
Buggy.
players.
Buggy. It was fun. It was fun to do. But it was the usual thing of you could tell we were just chilling and just like goofing around, and then me team taking it seriously.
I have a
It had that
genuine
kind of feeling,
question.
but you know,
It's not about it's not
sometimes
about
it's
League
like
of
regular
Legends.
ARAMs.
Oh no.
It's about.
Is it,
I have 2 questions.
is it about
and it's-
football?
okay.
No, it is not about that.
Thank you.
I mean, I could have 3 questions technically. First of all, what was for each of you your favorite moment this year? In terms of
Just like in general, like
in general, yeah, I mean, if it's
no-
about
no
League of
categories
Legends, or if
moment.
it's about the World Cup, or if it's about I don't know, you having a son. I mean, he was
What?
He's no, not you specifically, but like Necrid having a son, if it had it this year, etc. Like, what was the best thing that happened for you like this year, technically?
Oh, you know, I made a pretty mean sandwich one time, I think.
What an
motherfucker.
exciting life.
No, but I don't know. What
else
did you
is there?
fucking do this year?
I made a pretty mean sandwich one time, I think.
You also made a FNF mod. Isn't that like more interesting than you fucking sandwich?
From a certain point of view, I guess.
Oh my god. Okay, Necrit, what else? Did you do something really cool this
I
year?
don't know, I have like so many things that's related to my son.
Aw.
Because like, but you know, that's like something that like, unless you have a kid, it's like you're gonna be like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Because like he's now at the age that he has like emotions and you can like talk to him and he like replies and it's freaking awesome. And it's such a simple thing.
Because
he
before
broke
he
any
like
of your
just
Lego
talked
yet?
to a wall.
He likes cars and like no one, you know, just like half of the things I ask him about, he's like, cars. I don't know. I just freaking, but you know, not. If I ignore my family, Elden Ring happened.
Like now.
Oh yeah, true. Elden Ring won Game
Elden Ring was pretty
Awards.
cool this year. I
Yeah.
know Nikki didn't even play it, I think.
Yeah.
No. I think I got time for that.
Yeah, you
Oh,
played Monster
no.
Hunter instead.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, what about you? Okay, no, you know what? No, Chibiin's last because he definitely did this too because he has something awesome to mention.
No,
My
no, I
brain-
literally have nothing.
Oh,
I'm
my
literally
brain
nothing.
are you
filled
just
the
trying to
gaps.
see if we have interesting lives?
No, my life is pretty shit and basic. So like, yeah.
Yeah, no,
Like-
2022 has been really. There hasn't really been anything special. This is the part I would love to just be like, yes, Song of Nunu, but then it just didn't release.
Ah, true. Fuck,
yeah.
so Nunu got delayed. Yeah.
So yeah, this is the part I would love to be like, Song of Nunu, yeah, it released back in March, but it didn't. And
You're
somehow they
kind
accidentally
of right in
released-
that because last year, Arcane was like one of the the Arcane event was just so memorable for me. That was like freaking. I'm gonna remember that for a while. And then this year, in comparison, kind of had nothing.
The most I've done this year is I played Cyberpunk finally.
Oh yeah, true.
and-
Did you finish it? by the
Yeah,
way?
and even then, I finished it, fully finished it. I haven't done like all the endings. I did 2 of the endings, but it's.
Yeah, I think I had like 3.
I know I didn't. I enjoyed it, but it's the ending was a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The side missions
Yeah.
I enjoyed a lot more than the ending. But other than that, it's like I haven't really done much. Like, other than Cyberpunk, then I guess the No Man's Skies expeditions, but I speedrun them.
I just played a lot of Elden Ring, I guess.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh wait, I actually know something cool that happened. Wait.
There was
I
like
s-
no game modes for League. They just like recycled
Yeah,
their
true.
spellbook.
Ultimate Spellbook.
Yeah, Spellbook even came out
Starguardian
like
event
last
wasn't
year,
anything
so
special.
it was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Even the Starguardian cinematics were a bit flat.
I mean,
It's like-
the music
like the
video
Star Guardian,
is
I
pretty
will-
nice.
I can't even nail down like why people didn't like the Star Guardian event. It was just, I don't know. It's strange because I can't
it
nail
felt
down.
half-assed.
Yeah.
It reeked of just recycled ideas and recycled assets.
I think that's what it is because the story was cool actually.
Yeah, I think it was
Bring
just
back
after like the
PvE.
third time a visual novel, everyone's just like this again. Ultimate Spellbook again. It's like I think Ultimate Spellbook would have been fine if it hadn't already come back earlier this year.
But that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like, and I think that's it. It's because like all the parts are fine,
Yeah.
but like none of them stand out. So it all just feels like it's here.
I think the game mode hurts it a lot. 'Cause game modes, whenever Earth comes back, or One for All, or even Ultimate Spellbook now, whenever it comes back, it doesn't feel special because when the game mode is around, it's around for like a month and a half. So like
Yeah.
during the course, especially since in this event with Earth, and they just said, okay, hey, the event is over. It was Earth or Spellbook, one of the two. No, it was Spellbook, because then the shit, what's it called? The one with the skin line with Nasus and,
Among Us.
and Camille and stuff. No, not Among Us. The Armored Titans or Steel Valkyries. The Steel Valkyrie event happened immediately after the Star Guardian one ended, and they just didn't turn off Ultimate Spellbook. It was just around for another 3 weeks. So like Ultimate Spellbook was available to play this year for like a good 3 or 4 months, like a good third of the year. You could play Ultimate Spellbook, so of course it's not going to feel special anymore. I wish they'd bring back rotating game modes. They say we don't have the server power to operate it. Great, rotating game modes was only for 2 days a week anyway. Like, we could have Earth run for a month and a half. Like, I don't understand.
It's like they had the power before, but now they don't. Like, that's kind of,
Yeah,
I guess more players, but
I think it's
I
they're
don't know.
understaffed. I think that's the only explanation that for me that I can come to, is that it's just they have to be just stupidly understaffed right now.
It's like I found the Zarya like Renata release was really cool, but that was like right at the start of the year.
But that's because those who are supposed to be also connected to Arcane still.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if we didn't have those two at the beginning of the year? How shit this year would have been.
Yeah, 'cause
Bel'Veth
they were
was
delayed on purpose, right?
Interesting.
But it just means we've only had 4 champion releases this year.
Yeah, Bel'Veth wasn't like I thought Bel'Veth would be weird and awful, and she turned out to be fine.
The cinematic was great. Her animations in game are a bit jank.
Oh,
yeah, they're definitely unfinished. It's
Her
Bel'Veth
release
is
style
kind of
was
just-
weird.
It's also like she was like everything around her was screaming an event. It was like, you know, it was a big setup for a big bad, you know.
Because they teased it during All Stars, wasn't it? Was it All Stars?
I don't even
There
know.
was a lot of story teasers.
Oh yeah, wait,
and
maybe?
stuff, too,
Because like the
tons of stuff
cinematics with
for-
the
on the
universe
live,
stuff.
yeah, on the on one of the esports live streams. I don't know if it was it MSI? Maybe it was MSI. I think it was MSI. They on the live streams they teased her gameplay like videos on there. It was
Yeah,
just very
true.
weird. It's been a while since they've done like an esports integration with a champion. I can't remember who the last one is. The one I remember the easiest is Zoe because she was during the world final.
Yeah.
I'm never a fan when they do like integrations like that. It just feels weird sometimes.
No, it's you know who got even worse than Bel'Veth this year though? Neela. She released at the exact same time Star Guardians did and got completely crushed by it. At least Bel'Veth
the
had like a
patch.
couple weeks and a cinematic.
Yeah.
Neela had nothing. She's just released. Forget about Neela. Star Guardians, guys. Look at the legendary Kaisa Nikali skin. Look at the wild
Neela
Rift
was
stuff.
like a couple of patches after Bel'Veth, like super soon after.
But at least Bel'Veth had like a bit of time to exist before Star Guardians came and crushed. Like Neela had nothing. She was just forgotten. I feel so bad because I like the character a lot.
I really like the character. I like the design. The gameplay doesn't really resonate with me because it's not my kind of style of gameplay. But...
Even the story is kind of cool because she's teasing,
I really
she
like
basically teased. She's the first champion who teased the return of Viego, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. For gameplay, I think though was definitely
As if it
it's
was
her biggest
necessary to have
weakness.
Viego returning.
I mean, I still believe that once he comes back, he's gonna be an awesome champion. Because
I
like
feel
his
like if he comes back, he
personality,
wouldn't have any powers.
because he's gonna be a madman. You know, he lost everything, and he's like, you know, the fuck
Yeah,
am I
but
gonna
we
do
got
now?
Mundo.
But
You
maybe
don't need
because
another
now
madman.
he comes back and has no powers, that's like room for him to like try and like for self-reflection. Maybe he becomes like a good guy almost because he has no
No,
powers.
I hope he's
now.
gonna be I hope he's gonna be like the opposite. He's gonna be like in the
what's he
darkest
gonna do, though?
imaginable place that you can be after you literally lose everything.
But like, what is he gonna do? He already lost everything though. Like that's his whole arc is that he lost everything.
Not really, because he was chasing, you know, he was still chasing Isolde, and he still had the option, you know, like he goes, I'm gonna get her. And now
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
Like,
Isolde was the only thing that mattered to him. He'd already lost Isolde, and now she's gone for
but like
good
he
and
was,
has
you know,
no
he was still
powers.
clinging onto hope and that's what he was driven by. But now that hope is gone, like she's permanently, deleted.
I'm
And
just
now
thinking
I
because
wonder
like, what does he
what's
have
gonna
now?
happen.
Like
How?
he has no powers now, right? Because the black mist
That is
left
true.
him.
Yeah, I was
That's what I mean. Like, what's he gonna do? He can't
Yeah.
fucking do anything. So I'm thinking like it might be. That's what I mean. Why it might have the opportunity for reflection because he has no powers, no army, no anything. That he's kind of the only thing he's left to do is to be able to try and, become better and move on. Like maybe that's like the final wake up call he needed to move on. I feel like just like he's back and better than ever. It would just be kind of weird to me. I feel like save that for
I don't want him to be
Mordekaiser
better
or
than ever.
something.
I just want him to be like, like a freaking brutal silence, like because he doesn't care about anything anymore.
I
Did
feel
he
like
really
that's-
care when he literally slaughtered everybody with his fucking shadow thing?
You know what that is to me though? To me, that reminds me of Thanos in Infinity War and Endgame, where in Infinity War he had it's like modern Viego, or like during Ruination, where he had a clear motive. He was clearly in the wrong, but you could kind of see where he's coming from. But then Endgame Thanos was just, he's evil. He's gonna destroy the world because yes. That's what I think Viego coming back and just being a spiteful man would be. There is no motive. He's just evil because, yeah, I guess. I don't know. I feel like there's more opportunity for an interesting story development with Viego than just he's back and still evil. Like, not necessarily make him good, but make it so that he has to learn to live with himself now. That he doesn't have a soul
I
to
just feel
move
like
on.
this kind of story was done in League before though. I feel like this, like thinking about what you've done and like changing for better. That's been done with like Udyr and pretty much anyone who meditates.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I feel like that specific story was done already. That's why I'm.
But there's already
hoping
tons
they're
of
just gonna go
champions who
dark.
are evil for the sake of being evil. Like we have so many I'm more thinking from the perspective that we have so many world-ending threats in Runeterra that like maybe eliminating
Malva.
He
Viego is a
could be a
possibility.
weapon against Mordekaiser or something
Well,
like that.
well, then wouldn't he be a force for good then?
Yeah, he would. Hey, that's what I'm saying.
That's
like,
what I
he
mean,
could
like-
be used for that.
I think eliminating Viego as a villain is a better step to take than just bringing him back and he's still evil. It's same with like Zolani. I like Zolani a lot, but her motive is kind of just. I was kind of disappointed to learn what her motive was because it's so generic. It's the same. I will save the world by removing free will. Haven't heard that one before.
But she's different because she doesn't. She's not in there to kill anything besides the Darkin.
Yeah, that's the same. That's what they all do. They just like
Yeah,
I'll
but,
remove
like,
the evil from the world and remove free will. Therefore, there's no more evil.
No, yeah,
I'm
but like
saving
someone
everyone.
like Belveth wants to destroy everyone because she just wants to like basically weaponize everyone against the Watchers. But Zolani specifically only wants to take out the Darkin, and that's her plan, at least so far, as far as we know.
Well, I'm just saying from
I see
her
it as,
voice
like,
lines,
slightly
that's her
different.
motive.
I don't know.
I don't know if you've listened to all her voice lines, but like that's verbatim what she's saying is that
because
she's
there
gonna
is the point,
save the
yeah.
world by removing free will. Like
Because
that's her end goal.
because it's kind of hinting at the fact that she took out Mira because that would give her enough power to take everyone else down. But then it feels like she might be going a little bit towards the madness. Like once she goes this far, she just won't stop. Which that one is a bit too generic. Where she just gets power hungry.
Well, I think I don't know. I'm not sure how you can make Zolani more interesting than like what's been done with it. I guess I was just disappointed to learn that it was
What
that
I would
whole
do,
character trope has been done 1,000
what I would
times.
do, I would make her absorb all the other Darkin, but then she has to live with them inside her.
Oh,
Kind of
that's
like
gross.
jacked up Varus.
I want to find the voice lines of what she says because she does say, like literally, like I'm here to save you, child.
Oh yeah. Also, there is one that I don't know if she's like actually okay. That one would be really cool for a character. she has an interaction with Gale after she, absorbed her mother. And she has an interaction with Gale where she's like, my child, don't you recognize me? I am your mother. And I wonder if she's like kind of like screwing with her, or if like Mira actually like took a bit of her personality,
Well, there's
because
also
if she gets affected by the Darkin she absorbs, or the entities she absorbs, that turns her into a cool character because she's changing.
Okay, yeah. She literally, she doesn't want to kill anyone, even the other Darkin. It's just Aatrox. Aatrox is the only one she wants dead. She wants to keep the rest of them alive, but she has voice lines. I'm reading them from here. A lot of them with Tarash as well. Tarash, my will is yours, Zolani. And then she says, let us rid this world of war. Kale says, only the guilty need fear me. All are guilty. Fool, open your eyes. Zolani says, come Tarash, we must save our enemies. We must save them all. So like, that's what I mean. It's just her end goal is to save the world by removing free will. That's been done 1,000 times, and I was just kind of disappointed that's the route they went with her. But I guess it kind of makes sense because she was a healer before, so of course she's trying to help people, so her vision of helping people's been twisted beyond belief. But Aatrox is the only one to her that needs to die. Everyone else should live.
I like that Mira also recognizes that, because Mira has a line where she's like, you are so close to divinity.
Yeah. She barely has any lines as Aspect Bane.
I mean, that's like in general, we didn't get too many lines. I don't know what we normally get.
She has 1, 2,
Overall, there
3,
was
4,
more
5,
lines
6,
than,
7 lines.
previous.
Aspect Bane.
Like in my video, there's more lines than usual.
But yeah, if we get Mira,
it was very weird because when I was seeing the interactions, I was like, wow, there's really not that many like lines here. But like what I meant was more like there's not that many cards kind of thing. Like new cards that had interactions, but like there was more lines than usual. Granted, like a lot of them were all Aatrox kind of triggers.
Oh yeah, Aatrox got a lot.
Yeah.
I
So
mean, he's
it
a
was
popular
it was a weird
champion.
one. But yeah, there was more lines than usual, but there was like less cards than usual. So it threw me off slightly. It didn't look like many when I was like scrolling through the list. I was like, wow. I was like, but then I actually dug into it. It's like, huh, actually there's more than usual.
Yeah, that's my average video. I'm like, is this script long enough? Bam, 30-minute video.
So it's still got nothing on like the first few expansions kind of thing.
Yeah,
I mean, we got a lot more in the base set. Even in the expansions.
Yeah, like previous expansions, I would have to make like 2 videos. Well, it super early days, it was 3 videos. Oh crap, new expansion. Wow, I got 3 videos worth of cards here. And then eventually it became 2 videos worth of cards. And now I'm just like, wow, all the new cards I can do in 1 video.
Yeah. There we go. There's even more evidence that she's just like, she doesn't want to kill. I mean, she technically does kill them, but she doesn't view them as killing. She just wants everyone to be her, basically. Like, she's a hive mind, essentially, is how her corruption works. So she wants to protect the world and save it from its own destruction by everything being Zolani. But it's so many other villains do that whole thing, that free will is the evil, we must root it out, and therefore there will be peace. It's just been done so many times. I don't know what they could have done differently, but I guess it just kind of irked me the wrong way because I liked her character. I still do.
Yeah, it's a really good one.
I think there could have been more, or at least like taken an interesting spin on it instead of being that exact character archetype.
Also, like after getting so many Darkin, it's gonna be weird to get yet another one in League that's totally different from anything we got.
Wait.
Yeah,
It's gonna feel weird. I mean, if it is versus sister, I'll accept that one. But other than that, we got so many now.
I mean, I do like all of the new Darkin as well. I think they're all very cool.
Freaking Balcox. freaking
I-
piece of Vandal City walking. That's pretty cool.
I don't understand how that works though. That kind of
I mean,
goes against
even Aatrox has an interaction where he doesn't understand it either, and it's kind of cool. He mentions that it is a fuse of two kinds of magic.
Vandalwood magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's just like kind of. Pra is the same thing. Pra took over a spirit, like a dragonling, which also has no blood. Which was like, isn't that like the whole thing that Darken are? Is their bodies of like corpses, like flesh and blood? So what are the rules for Pra and Volkux then? Do they just are their bodies fine forever? Why don't the other Darkens take over Vandal trees or something?
I mean, you know, yeah.
It confuses things for me personally. It's like you had the set rules and they just kind of broke them.
I mean, maybe they know the rules. We just don't know them. I don't know.
I don't know. But then,
Maybe
like,
if we
because that's
dig
the
really
whole
deep.
risk behind them, because their bodies die because they're made out of corpses. There's variants in them. We've seen that with Naganeka, where it took over a herding animal, or took over a herding animal instead of a human. But regardless, they're still piloting corpses. But if
Yep.
Volkux took over a tree, like he's gonna last in that body way longer than anyone else. And the other Darken, it's just kind of strange. I don't know. I still like all the new designs of the Darken though, but it's like Galio. You're just kind of breaking the established rules you've made, so you can do random other things.
It's kind of why I feel like they should just embrace Legends of Runeterra and be like, well, that's the new core universe.
Mm-hmm.
Because like none of the things they do are bad. They are just different from what we were expecting.
Yeah, I think like 90% of the time, I think LOR does amazing stuff with the lore. Like I love the Darken. Grey Legion is great.
Oh, I love Grey Legion.
Like there's so much good stuff, but then they have the occasional time where
Yeah,
it's like,
the
what?
occasional eyebrow raiser.
Yes. Where are they storing the other Gallios? What do you mean they're factory producing them? What's going on here? Just confusion, but most of the time it's good. I just wish there was a bit more consistency, but clear communication, evidenced by Zeri coming to Wild Rift, appears to be a very large fault of Riot Games at this point. Just I think they are lacking communication between the teams, so you end up having all of these lore inconsistencies and design inconsistencies, or you have like Ruination where all the characters are acting out of character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean-
I get it. Lucian's like a stern guy, but he's not an asshole. Like, come on.
Imagine if Song of Nunu also has that problem with Nunu like acting of character. as
Yeah,
well.
that's a.
I
I
have
mean, they're
trust in
taking
it.
their time on it though.
Like I have trust in all of freaking Riot's products besides League.
Yeah.
And that's like
True.
legitimately what I think right now.
I mean, that's
I
valid
do
after you've seen like
trust.
whatever the other games have had.
But then again, you know, for me it's because I just don't care about competitive play anymore. And League
Yeah.
is still heavily focusing on that. So that's why.
Yeah.
So, you know,
They
it's
probably
not
will
like I'm
continue
saying
to.
that and then, you know, that means it's a bad game. It's not. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
It's kind of that.
It's not
Yeah,
for
I'm a super
casuals.
casual player, and
Yeah.
it doesn't feel.
I mean, I'm hoping ARAM Clash helps a bit with that, or just introduce like random gimmicky
how
things
would
to
it-
do on the
what?
weekend.
No, I don't think Aaron
How
Clash
is
is gonna help
Clash
because
like
No.
for casuals, bro?
yeah, I was about
That's
to say
literally the
the
opposite.
point of Clash.
ARAM though.
The point of Clash
It's-
is to mimic
But
pro
it's
play.
literally the opposite. People are gonna try hard in Clash era.
Yeah.
What? That's not
Yeah,
I
ARAM
don't know.
ARAM is a lot more fun without the Clash element. I can say that right now as someone who's played ARAM Clash.
I don't know. I just miss rotating game modes, especially.
Oh, for sure, bro.
Like, it was just like a bit of fun on the weekend. That
I
that was
miss
the point.
Doombots.
Yeah, I want
Like-
Ascension back. I want Ascension, Doombots. I want to try Black Market Brawlers again. It's
I
been
miss
so
Rowan.
long.
Rowan, please come back to League. We
Rowan.
miss you.
More dog.
Please, Just
that's
come back,
that's
dude.
probably the reason why we don't get things anymore, because we lost the teams
yeah.
that
Well-
worked on this stuff.
There's still a chance we
100%.
might get PvE. Hopefully, maybe it's it's so
In
hard
the
to
next
say. It's
5
like,
years, guys.
they did make that
You-
PvE team. There has been some weird stuff happening in the executable.
But they know, like, that's the thing. Like, they know that
They
people are
made
waiting for
ARAM's
it.
changes.
Because when
It's different teams for
when the Star
PvE
Guardian
stuff.
thing happened, one of the biggest pieces of feedback they got is that like people are like, oh, where's the old game mode that's like Star Guardians are very well known for? You know, even if it's not good, people just want to see it.
Yeah, or
Yeah,
at
but
least give
instead
people who
we
never had a
got
chance to play it
Viego's
another
crown
chance.
turned pink.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't even change the icon. It's still
They
ruination.
did
It still
not
said
even-
ruination.
And then it
They
broke
did
the
not
UI.
even change the
and-
background of the UI, yeah.
Yeah, Nexus Blitz doesn't work because of that.
We actually lost stuff because they took out the cool ruination effects for the map. We didn't. Even, at least the
Yeah,
ruination of like maps was like it was Summoner's Rift, but at least it was like some changes. This had nothing.
Well, it was because it was permanently infernal map.
Yeah, that as
But
well.
at least it was still something.
Yeah,
And that's like I'd rather something than nothing, and it feels like half the
Yeah,
time
I don't
they
even
just
care if
opt
it's
for
bad,
nothing.
to be honest. It's just, even if it's bad, it's memorable.
I don't know. It's upsetting. I hope that
Spellbook was
their
great
whole
when it
announcement
came
for the
out.
big budget for next year means something, but I have a worrying concern
I-
that
Yeah, that's the
budget means
biggest
more
mystery.
skins.
I hope it means they're putting more money into the PvE game mode team.
I
That spun
hope
up
it
last-
is not more
year, sorry?
freelancers for skins.
Well, that's probably that's why I think they're super understaffed, because this year was record low for everything except skins, which was tied for last year for record high, which skins are the easiest thing to outsource. So I can only assume that League is
Skins are
stupidly
easiest thing
understaffed
to
right now.
outsource, but Riot only started doing it properly, like fully, in I think it was 2019.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's also
it
just
took them
it's
that
easier
long.
money than making a game mode or making a new champion. You
It
can
was
get
what
a lot more
the
money
Hong
off of
Kong
it.
office. They're the ones that started off making chromas, and now they're finally making skins, kind of thing.
Mhm.
It was a very slow process.
Yeah, it's just kind of sad because I don't want the game to do poorly. Obviously, I love the game and I love the universe. I want to see it succeed. So when I see it kind of being handled so poorly and making decisions that just seem kind of so bad for the longevity of the game, it's like a instant gratification. You want the instant gratification of the money you get from skins instead of, you know, like imagine if they tried to make Song of Nunu with old Nunu.
Yeah.
Fucking awful. Like
Holy
that's why I
shit.
want them to, if they ASU champions, that future proofs them. Like now you can use them in new things, and people love those champions infinitely more. Like Caitlyn shot up in popularity with Arcane and her ASU. She was
That is
already
very
popular
true,
to begin
actually, yeah.
with. Like I don't understand. Like it's again, it's future proof. Just do it. Like it will go better in the long run. Imagine they tried to make Project Mordekaiser for old Mordekaiser. It would look like trash. It probably wouldn't even exist because Mordekaiser was so unpopular. And you're not always going to be winners. Like I don't think Mundo gained any popularity from his rework. And that's a risk you run. And I guess they don't want to run risks anymore. Even
That's
Ruination.
precisely what I mentioned in my video.
Yeah. The same with Ruination. I'm terrified that Ruination scared Riot off of trying anything like that ever again, like a big lore event.
And they said that wasn't the case.
Yeah, but they also said that LPP was opening back up at the start of this year.
Don't.
Look where
That
that
is
went.
a good point, my dude.
That's why I'm kind of just depressed about it,
Even
because
us in the LPP, we don't find out that much.
yeah, it's just
I wish there was some better communication. Like the teams that are great.
I mean,
but
it's
we
because-
don't we know nothing. Like
It's because of
They
the
did
check raster that I got to give away Jinx's rocket launcher.
yeah, but it's like in summer for the LPP, they did the experiment with giving us credit codes. Like some of us, it was mainly NA, Germany, I think 1 or 2 Spanish creators got it.
Dinka as well got them.
Dinka got
somehow,
one.
yeah.
And it was a experiment, but we haven't heard anything from them since then. And people who were part of the experiment haven't heard anything from them since then. So we don't like what's happening with that. Was the experiment a dud?
I would
Or
assume
what?
so.
Because they still got the store. They still got the URLs are like still up, and you can buy content through that webpage now. It's great. It's,
can also
not just that, the codes. Yeah, you can activate the codes through the website. It's a really good website. It's finally
Chibiin's falling asleep.
Sorry, no,
Right?
it's yeah, it's fine.
Right, just need
It's
to put
me
our
being old.
shop into it. And then great, we don't need the lead client anymore to like look and buy content. But it's just like, well, the credit card's completely scrapped. What's happening with that? What's happening with LPP news?
Just lack
Yeah.
of lack of communication seems to be Riot's biggest fault right now.
Right
Just
now,
not
no, it's
communicating
been
with their
that for like
players,
the
with
past
their
12 years,
LPP.
dude.
Yeah,
But
I
Chibiin.
frustrating.
What do you mean? Riot don't tell you what TikToks to make?
And that's why I'm gonna make a video on Cyberpunk.
I have all French people go check Riot's friends TikToks, because we publish
there's
one
some good
TikToks per
bangers
week
on
with
there.
3 stuff. Yeah, it's actually like we made actually some really good TikToks there. It's
yeah,
just
watch it
like
help it get more viral, and so Chibiin
yeah.
get
So
hired.
then I can make more, and maybe we can make some TikToks like that in English someday when I actually have the time between all the TikToks and everything.
Like,
that
some
would
of
be
them
cool.
don't even have to be English.
Like,
Like,
even the one
Jin
from this week
translates-
actually worked
The
great.
Jin one translates it to every language.
Yeah, I think that's why it literally banged with 1 million views super quick. I think it's just the power of English. It's pretty good. Yeah. What else than that? Did we not talk about? What
I think
is?
we're pretty much.
What are you guys are gonna eat for Christmas, and what are you guys are gonna get as a present? If you're gonna get anything.
Oh man.
I think
I'm
my
thinking
family
about
came to the
buying
agreement
myself
that-
PS5.
Oh,
And
that's
God
a
of
very
War.
expensive purchase. Have you seen
Yeah.
these ads for the Source? I don't know if you guys even have the Source where you guys are. It might be a Canadian shop. It's like a tech store.
Source?
People are advertising like, buy your friends and family an iPhone for Christmas. And like, how
God.
much money do you think the
What?
average person has that I'm just gonna buy a
Brother.
Switch for
I
like all my
mean-
friends?
I mean, my parents bought my sister an iPhone for Christmas a couple of years ago.
Jesus Christ.
So that seems insane to me. Like, my family came to the agreement that we're just not buying any presents for each other this Christmas.
Aw.
That we just-
I'm buying one for my wife.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
it's not like out of
can you tell
malicious.
us?
It's just like there's nothing any of us want. They're
Wait,
just like,
does
yeah,
she
let's
listen to the? Does she watch the
No.
podcast? Does she?
No.
Okay, so what are you gonna buy?
For my wife?
Yeah.
An iPhone.
Oh.
Ah.
no, that's like literally what I said. Yeah.
Oh.
Rich boy Necrit over
No,
here.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't
Like,
have
your
to be worried
iPhone
now
for
about
Christmas.
mentioning Necrit and his iPhone and VR.
No, like okay,
Yeah,
one of the
stuff.
reasons why I'm getting it is because you can use it to scan 3D objects, so I can actually use it for my videos.
Ah, so you can.
you're not even getting it for her.
Wait, so you're getting
no,
it
it is
for
for her.
yourself?
fucking
Every now
God.
and then, every now
You
and then,
sick
I'm
No,
gonna be
it's
fuck.
not for her. You want
What
the features
the
on it.
fuck?
no.
Okay, can
This
we
is-
all
every
now
cancel
and
like
then.
the
Just
Necrit
buy
for
yourself an iPhone then. Like,
I did for VTubing.
then use that one.
No, I
Sure,
once
it doesn't-
sold.
It doesn't
That one doesn't work,
have
unfortunately.
LiDAR tech. Doesn't have LiDAR.
that? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm LiDAR. I can't scan.
She opens the present, you immediately snatch it from her. Like, listen, I need to scan something.
It's
Okay, I'll
mine
give
now.
it back in a second.
No, he's gonna use it before he gives it to her and be like, "No, I set it all up for you."
Yeah.
Why is it out of the
it
box
looks-
and already set up with all your accounts already? Oh, I was just testing to make sure it worked.
For sure. He's gonna
Wanted-
scan his son in 3D and add him in a video. As an Easter egg.
I don't know. I think my family's going to see Avatar, like the new one for Christmas, because my
Oh,
dad
yeah.
and my brother
As
really
you
want to
do.
go see it. I don't know. I don't really care about it.
Yeah,
but
I'm like, yeah, I don't really.
Me and my mom came to the agreement that if we're not having fun with it, we'll just leave halfway through and go get coffee or something, and they can
Holy
enjoy
shit.
the movie.
I mean, the first one had an alien sex scene, so be prepared for potentially one of those.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be the moment I walk out. That happened with
Just
Arcane when I
close
showed
your-
my family Arcane, and like the
Just close
scene
your
with
eyes.
Jason Mel, and I was just like, I'm
Power
gonna go to the
slam.
washroom real quick, and I come back 5 minutes later. It's like, do you understand why I left now? They're like, yep.
Yeah. Oh, and so Declan, what are you getting for Christmas?
No idea. I don't really ask for anything for Christmas, and apparently
that's the
I'm hard to
thing.
buy for.
Yeah. I'm the
Just
easiest
get-
because I'm the easiest because you buy me Red Bull, and I'm like, hell yeah.
What the fuck? Red Bull for Christmas?
Oh yeah,
What?
that's the safest bet.
Wow,
The
okay.
problem with me is I don't want stuff that often, and when I do, it's normally tech, and sometimes
Yes.
it's really expensive.
Oh,
So I
yes.
just buy it instantly
Same.
for myself.
I just buy it on sale.
And a lot of the time, it's like for work stuff. So in the end, it's the company that pays for it.
Mm.
So it's a mess. It's like I finally got a new phone, but that's because I was kind of forced to get a new phone.
I mean, you've been
again,
looking
like,
at. I mean, we've
company
been
paid for
looking
it.
at phones for like almost the entire year, maybe more for you.
Yeah, no, that's because my banking app said my phone is too outdated because it didn't have a security patch since 2019. So they blocked me from using my banking apps on it. So I had to get a new phone to use my banking apps.
Just buy an iPhone. Then you can scan
Oh,
the bank.
no.
Boom.
Nah, I finally got a new phone.
I don't know. Maybe I'm
Massive
just
fire.
getting old, but Christmas is just like I just like the good vibes of Christmas more than the presents these days.
Yeah, I think you're in that phase. I
Yeah.
think like everyone was there. I remember when I was there. When I was your age. I remember
I mean, now
when
It
I had,
forces me to take a break, which is nice.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
for you,
okay,
it's
yeah,
different. You have a
it's just-
son now.
I
That's
was about
like-
to say,
yeah.
I was about to say, I can't wait for his reaction when like we open the door and there's a freaking Christmas
When he
tree.
gets an iPhone.
no,
No,
gonna
he
have
gets
an
Lego
iPhone.
and then Necrit takes it.
I'm not that kind of parent.
I
Did
remember
you
when
take
I-
his Lego Millennium Falcon?
Oh no, that's mine. Wait, what?
I
No,
remember
that's
when I was
literally
a
mine.
kid.
I built that. That's mine. It's mine for display.
When I was a kid, there was this Lego set I really wanted to get, and I was like, "Oh, can I ask Santa for that Lego set?" And my mom was like, "No, that's too expensive. Because if you get a present that's too expensive, then Santa's not gonna have enough to give to the other kids." And I'm like, "Okay,
What the fuck?
that's fair. That's
That's
fair."
fucked
But
up.
in my
Clever.
kid brain, I'm like, "Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't want to be too greedy. I got to make sure the other kids get presents too, so I get some smaller things." And then we
That's
go over
clever.
to holidays with my cousin, and he has the exact Lego set and like 5 others.
This is why you
And
don't
I'm
have any
like-
present this Christmas, dude.
And I'm like, how'd you get them? It's like, oh, Santa gave this to me. I'm like, what?
Look,
don't have the
each
same
different
Santa.
family Santas have different budget.
Worldview shattered. Just like,
Yeah. I was like, oh wait, Santa is not real. Oh. Oh wait.
I was one of those
Yeah.
asshole kids that paraded around that I knew Santa wasn't real. I was at my school, like they're just like talking about stuff, like, actually, Santa's not real. Like I was one of those kids. It was just,
For like
Yeah,
3 or 4
fucking
years in a
gremlin.
row. For 3 or 4 years in a row, I kept finding where my parents like hid the presents, and then I'd be like, "Oh look, there." And my parents were like, "Oh no, I don't know, no, ignore that." And eventually,
Oh,
they,
okay.
after that, they eventually just started to like lock all the presents in the boot of the car and just get them out at night, just so I couldn't find them.
like, why do parents
do like the whole thing with Santa and the Tooth Fairy and the Easter Bunny stuff when they know
It's
that they're
like
gonna
you're
have to break their
young.
kid's heart eventually.
No, but it's like it's cool because
Because it's fun in
like
the moment.
magic, you know. You
I
like
guess
to believe
maybe it's
in
like
magic,
a life lesson to
so-
learn that not everything you like is actually real.
Exactly. And it's like
You
it
know,
costs
it's
money.
fun. Yeah, it's fun to let kids just think the world is like all however
Sparkles and
not
rainbows
just,
Magical.
and great.
you gotta go work, get a job so you can pay rent or you're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Pay
worked
taxes.
12 hours for this.
Yeah, I didn't even.
No. Taxes should
that-
always come up. You always gotta teach them about taxes and that they gotta be paid.
There's like that whole like childlike wonder, right? Like when I was a kid, I grew up in a very multicultural area. Most of the kids in my area were Indian and Chinese. I didn't know racism was a thing till I was like in my teens when I finally got access to the
Yeah.
internet, and I'm like,
Oh,
what the
Oh,
people
God.
do this? Wait, people, what? Why? Like I couldn't
Yeah.
comprehend it because I've been surrounded by such a multicultural
Yeah.
environment for so long. I didn't think anything of it or even recognize that people with different skin color were any different from me. So it was just a kind of a rude awakening, I guess, to find out that it was even a thing. Why?
oh man. I think
World is bad. That is the life lesson.
the biggest
Yeah.
Christmas memory that I have was when we were like children with my brother and my dad. Like we had a chimney, and I remember it specifically. Like my dad actually used like his working shoes that looked like boots or whatever, like reinforced shoes, and he actually used that with flour on the ground next to the chimney for like the Christmas presents. Like to make it seem like Santa actually crawled out of the chimney to like get to the fucking Christmas tree and like
I mean,
put the presents
so-
there.
Here in Europe, I don't know if it's in France even or UK.
Here in
on
Europe, yeah, like it's like we're not even part of the
No,
same
okay.
fucking
Here in
thing.
Central Europe, on
Magical
Saint
world.
Nicholas Day, we
Yeah.
have like Saint Nicholas walking outside with an angel and a devil giving candies to kids. I don't know. Do you have anything like that? I don't know.
I
No.
don't think we have that
In Germany,
France.
I think it's called the Krampus or whatever. Something
Yeah,
like that.
Krampus,
yeah.
That's basically.
I think
what
for
it
us
is.
it's just like the orange or like the mandarin, the tangerine,
But we
whatever
don't
the fuck it's
we don't
called.
really have Krampus giving out candies to kids.
No,
Yeah.
it's like you have to earn it. You like sing a song, and then he's like, "Okay, I
we
will not
stopped that
take you
once
to
they
we don't-
hell."
stopped
we
like
don't have
having
that.
fans.
It's like I will
But
not
I'm not
take you to
surprised
hell.
that
You'll get
you
a
got
candy.
that, considering you got Goat Story.
Oh my god.
I mean, I think Krampus is
Yeah.
there too. I don't even know. I think so. Yeah, he made a deal with the devil.
We use Krampus as just like a horror story kind of thing.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
never used.
I
I mean,
mean,
since we don't want to scar children for life, we don't really use it.
no. The point
Irregular.
is, there's the devil and the angel are walking together, and so it's like if you don't behave, the devil will take you, and if you're good, you're gonna get candies.
What the
What a deal.
fuck?
No, but basically, okay, so basically, we had St. Nicholas Day, and we actually like left like a piece of chain on the floor in our house, and we were like, "Look, Jacob, he was here. He was, the little devil was here, and he left a package of
Traumatizing your
candies."
son.
No, if it's just a chain, it's fine.
He's getting traumatized, but he's getting an iPhone.
No, but we love doing stuff like that, where we like do like immersive kind of like immersive
Jesus
environmental
Christ.
storytelling. It's pretty
Meanwhile,
cool.
Chibiin got a fucking iPad for Christmas.
Bro, but I paid it myself. It's not-
Dude, like the first gift I ever bought for myself using YouTube money was Nintendo Wii U.
Oh wow. Oh, that's literally the worst fucking gift ever.
Can't even remember what I bought.
I bought Nintendo Wii U, and I love
What did I buy with my YouTube money? Man, I actually don't know. I don't think I bought like anything. I mean, I never got like a lot of money or like anything substantial, so it's kind of weird. But yeah, I think I just used it for like subscribe on Twitch too.
Yeah,
either,
actually, I
like, one of you
believe-
guys.
Yeah, I believe I actually technically the first thing I bought was RP,
Oh yeah, probably that. Yeah.
and then I bought some microtransactions in the what was it called? Wildstar.
Oh, of course.
I can't even
Yeah.
remember what I bought with anything. I'm trying to think what like my first proper purchase like for the channel was, but I just drawn blanks.
I think the
Couldn't be
iPad
anything
is
good.
like the biggest purchase I've made about my channel, or like work in general.
My current computer is my biggest purchase.
Same. I just spent
5950
$1,000 on a
of a
fucking graphics
RTX
card.
3080.
Oh yeah, true. The GPU. Haha. I still feel bad about that.
Hey, it's been working great. I don't. You said that it probably wouldn't boost Premiere at all. It's been doing pretty good.
That's awesome to hear that.
Placebo.
Yeah.
I've been looking at a
Yeah.
new computer as well, but I just
Yeah, same.
PS5, I guess.
Kind of tempted
It wasn't
to
like a
throw
magical fix
2K.
that fixed everything, but that's just because Premiere is also stupid.
Yeah.
Hey, it's better than Vegas.
Sometimes.
From a certain point of view.
Sometimes. Yeah. It all depends because like Premiere had one time where it was like, I don't know what Adobe was doing, but they screwed it up badly. Eventually, they did fix it. I think it took them like 4 months of patches before it got stable again. Oh, yeah. In the end, why would you use Premiere when you can just use DaVinci?
Da Vinci?
Viego.
The thing
DaVinci
that I hate
Resolve.
is like trying to do the most simple task, like, oh, I want to swap colors. Like you have like like 2 colors on your screen. It's like, oh, I would just want to swap one. And I feel like it's such a fucking nightmare for such like a simple task to do in DaVinci. I fucking hate it. So I had to literally call Yoko in like urgent thing to be like, dude, if I send you the footage, can you just like swap the colors like I need to? And he's like, yeah, sure. It took him like 2 seconds in Premiere. And I fucking hate DaVinci for that. But like for the most mundane editing, like just cuts
Would be
and
in 2
stuff like
seconds
that.
with FFmpeg.
My FFmpeg can swap colors. Oh wait, you can do palettes, right? So I guess you could
Yep.
do that.
Yep.
Oh man. Yeah. I need to use FFmpeg more, but I didn't know like you could do technically color editing with it. That's good to know.
Yep. It's
Anyway.
Yeah.
there you go.
All right.
That's how you do it.
Yeah. Thank you. But yeah, that's I guess that's about it for today, unless you guys have something to say. Oh, thank you for the new
1.5?
patrons. That's pretty fucking cool. I mean,
Oh, wow.
we have four patrons now, plus 2 channel members. Thanks a lot. You guys are
I'm
awesome.
actually
You guys are
thinking
actually.
All goes to
Speaking
Chibiin.
Speaking of channel members, I'm actually thinking about streaming on YouTube,
YouTube?
for Christmas.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna, but like, I still hate the fact that there is no API. I can't do
Speaking
any.
from experience, the
There is an API.
chat is fucking awful.
Yeah.
But the
The YouTube
viewers,
chat.
like, you know, I normally get like 300. I think we have kind of similar numbers. I think you're a little bit higher because you stream more often.
I think we're pretty like even.
Yeah, but you get more because you stream more often. But then, you know, if I go to YouTube,
More
gonna be-
often once a week.
no, I stream once a week. I think you
Co-streamed
do
the
twice.
Opening.
I streamed more this week than I have the past 3 months.
I absolutely just stream once a week, and that's it.
I would start streaming more, but at the same time, my Twitch account is completely screwed.
Yeah. Just stream on
But
YouTube.
I'm-
Boom. Solved.
I'm a Twitch partner, but also I don't have a subscribe button.
Jesus Christ.
And getting that fixed is not easy.
I mean, I'm verified on Twitter, but Elon basically said, "Hey, this is legacy.
up.
This is legacy verified. So we don't know if you're legit or not. So we are literally gonna put, you know, if you click on the verified button on my channel, it will literally say, this person may or may not be notable.
Wait, what? Really?
On mobile, it does that. I don't know if it's on desktop already.
It's
This can't
hard
be
to
verified
check,
because it's
man.
notable in government news.
Oh yeah, notable in
Okay,
government.
okay. If you go on mobile app, it will actually
Okay.
tell you, this is legacy. They may or may not be notable.
Okay. So, well, let's see if it says that in the Android app, because that might be the iPhone app.
Yeah, you know the
Verified
iPhone
account.
you're getting
This
for
is a
Christmas?
legacy verified account. It may or may not be notable.
Yeah. I'm like, thank you.
Oh my
Thank
god,
you.
why is the app different to web? Why?
Thank you, Elon. I appreciate.
Oh,
I
man,
appreciate
that
this.
is
Just kill the
something.
platform, please.
How?
Just like nuke Twitter and be done with it.
Just
so
end it.
bad.
Get it over with.
Yeah.
I've had enough.
It's like after the World Cup, just fucking nuke it, dude.
That's actually amazing. For all the wrong reasons.
I may or may not be notable.
Do you think Riot's gonna let us co-stream the season opening video like they did this year, or do you think they're gonna be fussy and make it only select streamers?
I don't even remember how that went down.
Remember, you could co-stream the call opening.
You could
all the
you could
news.
co-stream
Did I do it? I
in
don't even
full.
remember.
Because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
co-streamed it. I remember that.
I
They
co-streamed
definitely
that.
was able to.
I'm pretty sure you
so-
co-streamed it as well now.
I guess I did. I just
I
don't
think we
remember.
all did. apart
Yeah.
from Chibiin.
Huh.
Oh.
Chibiin, did you co-stream it?
Did I costume what? Sorry.
The call opening, season opening. At the start of the year.
No, I don't think I streamed it.
You're the only one who didn't co-stream it. Yeah. I hope Riot lets us do it again, but I never know.
Yeah,
like,
it's
Because
fun.
I think it was
don't know-
cool,
I
but
don't
I
know
think
why
yeah, no,
they
I just
wouldn't.
didn't stream that.
Why
because
would
Yeah.
Riot has been like super fussy, like as of late, with like who can co-stream what.
I think it's a neat thing to co-stream because the season starts cinematic is basically like a Nintendo Direct for League of Legends.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just a fun thing to co-stream because you want to see what they have cooking in the oven. But I can't say cooking anymore. It's a term for something else now.
Wait, what?
Well, cooking math.
No, like
Oh,
let
is it a
him
meme?
cook
The,
is like
the,
a
you know,
yeah, like or like
What?
like you cooked him or something. It's like a
Oh, what you
it's
got
like an
cut.
alternative to roasting. I
Oh.
think I don't know. I don't
What?
understand the children
No,
these
no,
days.
it's a just isn't it like
Hey,
just let him
Zoomers
cook?
watching this, can you
don't
explain it in
know.
Chibiin's comment section? Thank you.
Yeah, because like we're too old for this shit, dude. It's like cooking.
Anyway,
what?
it's like-
He's a Zoomer, but is explaining it
Anyway, it's
badly.
late.
Uh,
Wrap it
yeah,
up.
true.
That's true. This has gone on for a very long time.
2.5
two-
hours.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
2 hour 12 minutes. Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Thank you everybody.
That's all I thought.
Probably gonna record next time for like after New Year
Happy
because it's already half
anniversary.
like we already
There's probably
like
not gonna be
really-
anything new before the
Yeah,
year
there's gonna be
ends.
like no news from now
Yeah.
until the season start.
Probably,
What
but
if
My
like,
we
yeah,
were
we'll
channel
probably
is dead.
see.
Goodbye. My channel is totally dead.
Wait. We can all we can do a special podcast for the season start. Ghost stream.
True, I guess.
You know what you could
Streamer.
do? You could start up the Know Your Lore game show again. That would be
Ooh.
a
I
thing you
actually
could
kind of
do.
want to do that, but I also want to just dabble into other games and like talk about.
But you could do
universe,
because like
Cyberpunk.
I remember Rowan saying that he was like really into
Oh,
like
yeah.
if he needed to like be a referee
No Man's
about
Sky
like know
lore.
your lore
Yeah, let's
stuff.
go.
So
I just
yeah.
don't know how that would work.
No Man's
I
Sky
mean-
has got like lots of lore. Trust, kind of.
There probably ways, but like yeah, that was pretty good episode. A bit long, but like that's still pretty good considering we haven't recorded and seen each other in like a month.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you everybody for joining. Thank you guys as
Thank
well.
you for being part of this for a year.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome. Hopefully, here's to another one.
Survived the entire.
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah,
next year I'll be not a guest for the first time ever.
No.
It'll be crazy. Damn it.
Yeah, Chibiin stole my opening. I had an opening about that, but Chibiin. did it,
Ah,
so I didn't realize.
true. Is that the opening you wanted to do? Oh yeah, that's the, yeah.
Yeah, it went. Now, a lot of people have been asking why Nikki isn't a permanent member of the podcast, and that's because our applications are currently closed. However, we will have more information on what we've got cooking up in the first half of 2022.
I'm gonna put that for like the teaser on Twitter. Cause that's that. Yeah, I remember I was laughing a lot about that punchline. Yeah, that was. Yeah, I'm sorry for like stealing your. I completely forgot about it. I'm sorry, dude. But yeah. Hopefully, in the first half of 2022, we'll have more news about the OPP. That's my wish for Christmas.
That's mine too. Not world peace.
I just-
I want the LPP open.
World peace can wait. I don't care. I just want my LPP, man.
World peace can wait until I get my green chromas. Obviously, that's what I
mean, you
made it.
got
That's the
your
only
Yorick
reason
one
I
at
made it for.
least.
I did get
True.
that one. I did.
Are you gonna participate for the Nivea one as well?
I didn't even know that it was a thing.
It is.
Bat Nivea, yeah, those
Oh.
Bat Nivea codes expire
Yeah,
on the
Batman.
31st, and the Yorick ones expire on the 19th.
Oh, I didn't even know the Anivia one was going.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
I
got
knew
that's
about the Zap mod though. I got that. I had to
We-
send
when
a,
did
a
we get the
not so
Zillion ones?
I wanna go to bed.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
true.
true. It is
Alright, bye
bedtime
bye
for the
everyone.
grandpa.
Love you.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good Christmas if you celebrate or whatever you celebrate at the end of the year, etc. Probably also
Christmas.
Happy New Year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Happy holidays.
Bye.
Crimbo. Woo.